Hello, people. How is everybody doing? I hope you had a very good day today. We're going to talk about some wrestling and whatever else you guys want to talk about. So, let me see who's in here. Oh, Quan was in here earlier. Hello, Jonelle, sorry. Hello, Jay. Hello, Joey. Hello, Elijah. It's a cute picture of you, Eliza. Or Elijah, sorry. Um, Hello, songstress. Hello, Morveg. Hello, Kenny. Hi, Jay. Hello, Anthony. How's everybody doing? I hope y'all had y'all food. If you didn't, go get it. Got your snack. See, he ready. He is ready. All right. So, well, we're gonna talk about NXT because I didn't go live yesterday because I was exhausted from going live that previous day. I was tired, so I did not do it. But we are most definitely going to talk about it. Haven't put the link in here yet. So just give me a minute and you'll see the link. Okay. Alrighty then. All right. So now I'm done with food. I done ate them chips. Shouldn't have ate all of them. You ate all of them, Kenny. Lord Jesus, have mercy on my soul. Hello. Did I hear the rumor about John Laurinaitis? Yes, I did. That's not a rumor. That is true. Hello, Devin Lucas. Hello. So I'm going to invite some people in. It's going to be a minute because I want to get some things out first. So I'm going to put the link in here. Just hold tight. Just hold tight and I'll explain some things. So let me start off with NXT since it's the freshest thing on our minds and we've already talked about. We already seen NXT. If you haven't watched NXT, you most definitely need to watch NXT. I will explain John Laurinaitis in a second, so relax. No, sorry, AJ. Hello, Tirsa. Okay, so if you didn't watch NXT yesterday, you truly missed out on a very, very good show. So I'm going to run through it really quickly and then I will let some people in. All right. So yesterday, as I told you guys they would do, they introduced new belts to NXT, which is the Women's Tag Team Championship. All right. They moved into giving the belts to Raquel and Dakota, and they ended up defending them later on in the night, and they dropped them to Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. Okay? Hold on a second. Let me get the picture up. All right. They ended up dropping them to Shotzi and Ember Moon not even an hour after getting the titles. Okay? It was very bizarre, but it was so satisfying. I have to say it was just a very satisfying moment for me. It was beautiful. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Now, there was some other matches in between there. Pete Dunne went up against Jake Atlas. He did beat Jake Atlas. It was a very good match. And Legado, Phantasma, and I believe it was Grizzled Young Veterans had a match, but it was interrupted by these four. So you had Breezango come in and attack Legado Phantasma, and then you had Wes, and I can't always remember the other guy's name, but it's MSK. They attacked Grizzled Young Veterans and possibly broke the bald-headed guy's hand in that match. It was satisfying for that too. Not gonna lie, it was satisfying. You also had Io Shirai and Toni Storm have their match, which Io Shirai retained her title in, and she made it very clear later on in the night that she wanted to go up against Raquel Gonzalez, which is what they should have did from the beginning, but I kind of understand why they went the roundabout way to do it. I'm okay with that. Now, moving into the final moments of the night, you had the match between Adam Cole and Finn Balor. It was a very, very good match for those two guys. It was physical. It was fun to watch. And then you had some pieces. Kyle O'Reilly showed back up in NXT and made his presence known to Adam Cole. Obviously, he was not happy about being attacked and laid up in at home for a couple weeks. So he came back and attacked Adam Cole brutally. They were fighting. It was awesome. They got up to the ramp and had to be split apart. Meanwhile, Karrion Kross was sneaking in the ring behind Finn Balor, who was well aware that he was there. And they've also set up this feud with Balor and Kross. Now, in the beginning of the show, they announced Stand and Deliver. This is their NXT takeover that will happen during the week of WrestleMania. It's going to happen Wednesday night and Thursday night. Thursday night will be on the Peacock exclusively. Wednesday night will be shown on the USA Network. I imagine that these matches or rivalries that have been set up this Wednesday are going to lead into Stand and Deliver. That's the only way that I feel like it should happen anyway. So that was pretty much what happened on NXT. Now, I did watch AEW. I did. I was well aware of what happened on AEW. I did watch it. AEW had some technical difficulties for the better part of the show. Right in the good middle meat part of it, there was some technical difficulties. You couldn't really hear the commentary or anything. It was being overlapped by very, very strong basketball air horns and the defense sounds and everything that they would play during a basketball game. So that happened. And then there was a wonky segment with Kenny Omega, Don Callis, and the Good Brothers, and of course Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. The situation with the AEW Revolution death match not happening correctly, they decided to kind of lead into this. We did it to kind of make Moxley and Eddie Kingston look bad. And although it would have worked if they had tried to do that night. So instead of letting the show just go off of TV or go off on the pay-per-view, that night is when they should have had Kenny Omega, Callis, and the Good Brothers come back out there and like laugh at Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. It was the only way that you could kind of play that off. And I remember Janae was telling me that was the way they would have been able to do it, but they waited almost 3 or 4 days and then it got to this. So it just didn't seem right. It was laughable. If it makes sense, it was laughable. So I was like, okay, let me take this one out too, so you're not there. It was just a laughable segment, and it looked piss poor. It's okay. It looked piss poor. Then you move into Christian Cage coming out.
This is hot.
I was confused about that. I didn't understand what was happening. I'm like, why is he here? And it seems
sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
It seems Christian is getting a title shot at Kenny Omega, or at least starting a feud with him.
Out the gate? And he just got there?
Yeah, he just got there. And
I don't watch, so I don't know. And
yeah, like
I really
immediately.
Don't care,
I don't. Other than that, and the wonky women's match, everything else was fine. I thoroughly. Oh, it was Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, and who's it? Oh, Maki Itoh, and it was Rio Shida and what is her name? Thunder Rosa. They were having a 6-woman tag team match. It started out with all of them coming out to their entrances. Maki Itoh came out to do hers, and she sings for her own entrance. She's singing, And Thunder Rosa, Sheeta, and Rio come out there and attack Nyla Rose and Britt Baker. They're fighting, and Maki Ito's just standing up there singing. I mean,
Is it good singing at least?
mm,
No?
that's subjective.
Okay.
It
So
was
they were
funny.
trying to they were trying to JoJo her from WWE.
It was funny. I thought it was funny.
Trying to JoJo her out.
But then they had like, and like Vicky Guerrero was out there, and Britt Baker has
Oh,
like
she's still there?
yeah, her old ass is still there. Okay, yeah. She's with
Oh.
Nyla Rose. She's with Nyla Rose, and the bitch, oh, I hate. She painted her hair gray. It's like platinum gray. It's just so she's
I
so cringy, and I was like, I just need her to go home. Like I just
Yes.
need her to go home, and it was
This is
funny.
really hot.
Maki Ito standing up there singing while they were fighting was funny to me. But it wasn't her that made it wonky. It was how everybody was fighting. It was almost like you ever see somebody dance and you can see them count the
Yep.
steps in their head? That's
Yep.
kind of what it looked like
That's kind
when
of
you're
what
watching it.
that's kind of what sadly that's kind of what Britney Spears is right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes
It's kind
sense.
of like that. Yeah. Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, Jesus. I'm like, what is going on? I would have to say the best thing about it was the work council was great. I liked the work council. And I liked Scorpio Sky's match with Darby Allin, although I I mean I understand why he lost. It was to make him turn heel, of course. But Scorpio Sky hasn't really been getting a lot of traction for a long time. And I mean, for a minute, he was on AEW Dark and wasn't
because he was
seen.
injured. He was injured after a while. He wasn't really
Yeah,
doing
but
anything.
he
Now
was
he was
capable of
on Dark.
wrestling after he recovered. He didn't come back to the
Yeah,
main
yeah.
card.
He just all he did was he did his YouTube show
He
and
was on
with the video
Dark,
game. Yeah,
and
no,
on
that's when he
that
came back. Yeah,
BS,
he was
was he?
doing Dark like little matches and everything like that. But while he was backstage um and everything doing his YouTube show, he kind of got this little charisma about him now, a little attitude. It was like, hey, so um, everyone
Oh.
kind of knew that Scorpio Sky, like before Scorpio Sky was like he was to me he was he's a great wrestler, but it didn't really have like no one was like listening to him talk. He wasn't really talking until he started that YouTube show. You know what I'm saying? So when he started doing that, he started talking. It was like, okay, yeah, well, I'm not with SCU anymore. Let me turn heel. Let me do something. So, he's doing something.
I don't
Um,
feel bad for Raquel and Dakota.
yeah,
Not
me
to double
neither.
back, but Raquel is getting a title shot. I don't feel bad.
I feel bad only in the sense of they only had them titles for like an hour and some odd minutes.
Yeah,
That
well,
that
that
I
was
feel bad for. That's like
honestly, I put my
dangling a carrot in front of somebody and you take the carrot and then go in their mouth and take the bits.
the pinfall. That was the
You
one
know,
when I
like I
saw
felt
Ember
bad,
Moon do that pinfall. I was
but it
like,
is what it is.
wait, they're gonna win because
I
how
mean,
they
at
did
this
it, and
point,
she's not even kicking out, and I'm like, yeah, they're about to win. I was like, wow,
I'm not
that was a
really mad because I feel like Raquel's gonna get the NXT Women's Championship
they're
anyway.
gonna
So
get it at WrestleMania. I mean, that's
I'm
not
not
WrestleMania,
mad
at
about that.
Takeover.
So
They're gonna do
I
a
don't.
Takeover.
Not for nothing. I hope not, because I
Mm,
I really respect and appreciate the run that has been able to have, and maybe it's her being a minority that can be it, but I just feel like she should have won the Mae Young Classic, but that's
me
another
too.
thing. So to actually see her get a title and have a real run has been um pretty great, and I would hate for it to end in a way of Raquel Gonzalez, and it doesn't mean that I dislike her because I
Mhm.
don't. I just feel like as of right now, currently,
That
I
she
don't feel
deserves
that
it.
she's the one to take the belt from her.
Right, right, right.
I feel
Understandable.
like they want to start off new,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't see any issues with Raquel getting the title. I see nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I don't think she's gonna have it long, so
Yes,
I don't
those
have
mic
any
shots were
problems
weak.
with that.
That was no weak mic shot. Before we get into NXT, I want to talk about. I know you talked about Revolution or anything like that, but I want to give my input on it. I was, I would say AEW Revolution. I had a great weekend. The start of the pay per view was good. Um, I would say that the ending was very disappointing. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, it was. It was very disappointing.
Wait, sorry to cut you off.
Good, no
Is
problem.
this the pay per view with the like explosion thing
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that went
yeah,
wrong?
That's the
yeah.
one.
Okay,
I'm gonna
Yes,
get
it
okay,
is.
right.
okay,
So my
okay.
whole thing was
Hi,
with this
Tirza.
one.
Hey Nicole,
Hey,
Nikki
Um,
Nasty.
Oh my God.
Hi Nicole, how are you?
Hey, D. Hey,
All
Tiff.
right, so I'm
I
gonna I want to go through just some of the stuff and then get into the dynamite. One thing is I'm gonna say that I'm I think Jericho really at his age, everything like that, he really can't hang with the Young Bucks or MJF. So I'm kind of glad that they kind of took him out for a while, let him just relax because the match was good, but you could see that
Excuse me.
he's trying to hang with these young guys like he used to. Now 99 and 2000, 2001 Jericho, yeah, but
Damn,
this
he said
Jericho now,
99. Not even
yes.
2008. He said 99.
99.
nah, because you gotta go
Yeah,
back to
this
you gotta
shit.
go back to You got to go back to WCW,
He said
ECW, and early.
99.
Jesus,
Yeah,
that's incredibly young,
yeah.
Jericho.
That. But I'm just saying, right? I mean, like before,
Oh,
he really like he can't really hang
yikes.
with these young cats like he used to. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. The Sting and Darby Allen match was brilliant. I heard Darby Allen had more creative control over that match. So I thought that was great. The ladder
Mm.
match and everything like that. I thought the ladder match was great. They were booing Cody. I really feel like Cody needs to turn heel, but we'll get back to that in a second. But other than that, I thought that match was great.
They were booing
And
him?
yeah, they were booing Cody
Yeah,
Why?
because they
because
didn't
he
want him
shouldn't have
winning
been in the
anymore.
match. I'm
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
sorry, he shouldn't
No,
have
no,
been
you're
in
right.
it.
No, you're
okay.
right. You're right.
He should
Cody
not
should
have
not.
been in that match
Cody
because it
should
was
have
a
not been in
brass
that match.
ring
Yeah.
match to
Yeah.
get the TNT championship, which he
Well, I
dropped
think
to
Yeah.
Darby Allen. He
well,
didn't
I
need
think
it.
he shouldn't be wrestling anyway. And like I
Oh,
said,
geez.
it's the same analogy. It's like it's kind of like having Triple H be the NXT champion. Like
That yeah, okay, that makes
why?
sense.
Okay. Right.
Why?
Okay.
But
Like
Triple H knew
if
when
this
to
Okay,
is
I
hang
your
can
up
see
his
that.
boots,
company,
though. It was like, okay.
Yeah.
if this is your company and you are spearheading it and you are trying to make it the future of wrestling, then showcase the future. Like I don't want to see him in a match or
Well,
Well,
Cody's
or
if
still
you want to
young.
be
or
Cody's
as
not.
and it's
Cody's
just
not
champion.
not
in like his 50s.
everybody.
He's 35 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah, but a
Cody
lot
Okay,
of
Cody
then
can
us.
still go.
Yeah.
no, that's not the point. What I'm saying is if him wrestling is taking a spot from somebody, then he shouldn't be doing it. Or doing it as frequently as it seems he's been doing it.
Okay,
That I
I
could
feel you on that one.
understand.
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay,
understand.
Cause
but
But
You know what I'm
he's going
saying?
away for a while. So
yes,
I mean,
that is true.
After he's done with Pentagon, he's definitely going
yeah,
away to
he's
take
going
care of.
because
Yeah,
Brandy's gonna have the baby.
Brandy's got a
Yeah,
baby, so he's
Brandy's due
gone. He's
soon.
definitely going to dip out for a while.
Yeah.
So you know, I
So,
mean
but
that's yeah.
that's why I said at this right here, I didn't have a problem, but I felt like it. If you were gonna do this kind of a match, then I didn't feel the need for Cody to be in it. Like you could have just had a match with Penna, with him and Penna by themselves.
Yeah.
and then put two other people
Right.
in that match.
Oh,
It didn't
same.
have to be them. Like that's why I was like, well, Darby just got it. Like he ain't just got it like yesterday, but Darby got the title from him. And
Yeah,
although
he
he's a
definitely didn't
former
need the match.
champion,
Yeah.
it just seemed like he didn't need to grab the brass ring. He had already had it.
I would rather have either Sonny Kiss or Joey Janela or Christopher Daniels or because there ain't one of them in the match. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody,
Instead,
any of
yeah,
those people you mentioned could have been in that match
yeah,
for
they one
sure.
of them
They
could
got
definitely.
It
I
could
was
have been
really
Sunny
wanting
Kiss
to.
because didn't he fight Cody
Yes,
for the
he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he
championship?
did. Could have
Yes,
been
So
Sonny Kiss.
why not Sunny?
Right. Could have
yeah.
I'm
been
just
Sonny
that's
Kiss.
a
saying.
question you're gonna have to ask them, baby.
Especially if you knew,
I'm just
especially if they knew that they weren't going to take the title off of Darby, they could have had
Exactly.
Sonny have a match with
Yeah.
them, Joey,
because
literally anybody
Yeah.
Right.
because I
besides
tell you this
Scorpio
much: if
Sky.
Sunny was in the match, I would have watched. I'm gonna be
Right.
Sonny
honest.
wasn't even on in the pay per
He
view.
wasn't even on the card yet.
Exactly.
He wasn't even there. Well, he probably was in the
Exactly.
No,
audience, but he
but they
wasn't.
love use, but
You
you know
know.
they'll use him in marketing material though.
That
Yeah.
that's what I'm
They use
saying.
him on Dark. Yeah, they use him on Dark a lot.
No, they use him to market the stuff
Yep.
to show that he's there and still a part of the company. Like you'll see those posters, and his face is usually right front, and he won't even be there or won't have no match.
Does he even have merchandise aside from the stuff he has on Pro Wrestling Tees?
I have no
Because I have
idea.
his stuff, but
I think so.
I think
Don't they
him
sell his
and
stuff on Pro Wrestling
their
Tees?
stuff is sold on Pro Wrestling Tees.
okay,
Um,
because I have his original shirt that he
yeah,
had
their
from
stuff
like
is
back in the
so
day.
they have an AEW store on Pro Wrestling Tees, but you can also
Yeah.
go to their website, but it links you to the Pro Wrestling Tee.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Okay.
the only, and this is just what I call off the back of my head, the only merch that I recall him having is one he has merch with him and Joey Janela.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only merch I
Okay.
remember him having.
Because he was trying to send me some stuff. Then I was like, no, I will pay for it. Like, get your coin. Like, no, I have to pay for it.
All right.
No, I will pay
Shit,
for it.
cheers! I would have took that shirt.
No, 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 no. I will pay for it. I will pay for it. It's perfectly fine.
All right. Well, let me get. All right. So I'm gonna get back to the pay per view. Yeah. So the Miro and Sabian match that was good, but that honestly that could have been removed off the card. I think they're making Miro like this tag team, which honestly he don't really need to be in. I really think that he needs to just dip out for a while and then come back a little bit stronger and everything like that. So that's how I
Wait, who'd you
feel.
say?
Miro.
Oh,
Lana's
Mira.
husband.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I think
You know
yeah.
what?
Lana's husband. Yeah.
I didn't
I
even
think
I didn't even connect the dots.
he
You
was
just
honestly, tell
said
you the truth,
Rusev, man.
Lana's
Just said
that match was
Lana.
Rusev.
okay.
horrible.
Lana's been, and I will. Lana has been more over,
Yeah.
has improved so much,
But
and
the
Mhm.
has
gag is though,
had
she's
much
always
better.
been though. She's
Yeah,
always been.
the star, and
Yes.
she's had better character development than him over coming over to AEW, fucking whining and pissing and crying.
I
And
have
I
to
was like,
agree.
bruh, what are you doing over here? You have a dumb gimmick still.
Yikes.
No different from the one you had in
No,
WWE.
not that much different. You're still
Wow.
boring. Like
It,
what? Like
Tilda,
what?
I'm dead ass. Like
It's
he came
terrible.
over. Kip and Penelope are a couple.
They
Okay,
low key need to go once their
I don't
contracts
know
are up,
who
in my opinion.
I don't know who that is.
it's okay. I'm just gonna explain
Okay.
it to you so you
Yeah.
understand. So
Okay.
Kip
Kip and
Sabian's a good
Penelope are
wrestler.
a couple, and they were getting married. So the story went they were getting married, and Kip was announcing who his best man was, and they announced that's how Miro debuted was
Okay.
as their best
Oh
man.
my god. That similar storyline with Lana and but oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Then they
Wow.
had a whole stint where he didn't wrestle. He had like one match. That match was bad and botchy.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he had a match with Chuck Taylor. Like he started a thing with Chuck and the Best Friends. The Best Friends
Yeah.
are just a tag team there. They're pretty good, by the way. He had a thing with the Best Friends. Chuck's partner got injured, so he's gone, and they brought in Orange Cassidy to fill it out, right?
Okay.
Now, when they started this, he just had this weird ass uncle like personality on this on AEW. It just like it's video game focused and just it's odd. Okay. And he brought a video game out on the outside, and the best friends had a match and they ended up messing up the video game console. He got upset and attacked them. Match is over, and this is how their feud starts with the attack on his video game console and all this shit. It moves on from that to him wanting Chuck to be his young lion, or more specific, his young boy, which
What the
really,
fuck?
really irked me. It just really irked me. But that's what he said. And they had a match for that. Chuck lost. He ended up having to be his butler or whatever. His little bitch boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It it
I feel
moved
like
on, and Orange Cassidy saves him from that, and they had this match at AEW Revolution. It was a tag team match.
okay.
Before the match could start, they went back there and attacked Orange Cassidy and Chuck. Chuck ended up cutting up his arm. I mean, just cutting it up. And he cut his face a little bit. So when he came out
Yikes.
there, like he was bleeding. His
Oh.
arm was leaking. It was all over the ring. They got in the ring. He got the fight in. Miro has blood all over him. It was gross. I was just like, Jesus
Oh.
Christ. Like y'all couldn't just like bandage him up and then like let him go out there. Now what killed me was this whole match. Chuck is bleeding. Miro's beating him down. It wasn't that great of a match. Okay. It was sloppy. Miro was sloppy.
Mm.
He was the problem. Orange Cassidy get in there. The match picks up. Everything's moving, but then he slows it back down with his slow moves. And it just was not hitting. Meanwhile, Chuck is on the outside, still bleeding. I didn't see not nan doctor come out there. There were no extra refs coming out there to check on him. And I'm like,
What?
what the fuck is going on? But that ladder match that D mentioned that happened after that, when Cody hit that ladder, there were at least 5
Four.
doctors out. There was 5 refs and 2 fucking doctors. There was nothing wrong with Cody. Nothing. Cody got walked to the back. And they was coddling him like he was the Prince of Siam or some shit. And then he came running back out in that match. And I was like, wait a fucking minute. Where was the doctors when Chuck was out there bleeding like a stuck pig? Where were they?
Well, you got to take care of the boss before you take care of the employee.
No,
Bullshit.
that's
Come
bullshit.
on.
No.
Yo, they
Come
did the
on,
same
son.
thing. Yo, they did the same thing with Triple H, man. Seriously, like when Triple H get hurt, nah, Vince like, yo, go get my son. Take care.
That
Vince
shit's
don't
But,
give a
wrong.
shit
I
about
don't
Triple
care.
H.
but Sean no,
He
you know
sure
how I
don't.
know. No, I'm gonna tell you why. Remember, I'm gonna go. You probably some of y'all probably remember this. Royal Rumble
Oh, I know.
2000 and I believe it was 3. Triple H and or 3 or 4. Triple H and Shawn Michaels had that last man standing match, right? They beat the shit
Yeah.
out of each other, right? When the referees
Sure.
and the people came, right? Evolution will come. Who do they go to first? I don't know if you can remember that match. They
No, I
went,
don't.
I
okay,
don't
they
remember
went
it.
straight. Okay, you go
Not
back.
that part, at
After
least.
that match, they went straight to Triple H first. Evolution went and pulled Triple H out. The ref and the doctor was over by Triple H. Shawn Michaels was still laying there in the pool of blood. So then another ref and a doctor come. Oh, we got to get Shawn too. Literally, they go back. There's a video, like a backstage video. They see Triple H coming in first, and their Evolution is carrying this guy, right? Shawn Michaels literally walks in by himself. He's
At
on
least
the
he got
thing.
some care, though.
He's
Chuck
like, yo,
didn't
what
get
about me? I was
nothing.
busting
No,
open.
real talk. Like I'm not
It
even. I
seems
couldn't
like Sean
understand.
at least
Like
at least
at
got like a
least
first
he
aid
got
kit.
something. Like the refs came to his aid. He was able to get some care in the back. I know that he got some care in the back from the rep from their doctors in the back. But goddamn, he's bleeding. This is not like oh well, it's a kayfabe injury. That was real fucking blood
But the
from
ref
scratches
didn't make
on
the
that
call.
damn window, and they didn't come out there.
Yikes.
They didn't come out there to see if they could stop the bleeding. He was laid out there on the fucking apron for almost the better part of the match.
Yikes.
That was like during that Dark match, that episode on Dark. You remember when that dude got a concussion and they literally just had the fucking match around him?
Yes.
Like, did a pin and everything? I was like, what's wrong with you people?
Oh my God.
They didn't have no doctors come out there for him either. But I was just saying, I'm like, it just, that his match.
They better
was the
hope
worst
don't
match of the
nobody
night.
get really fucked up in those rings.
I have to agree.
One of these days. They are so lucky that has not happened yet because they scare me. Because no one, like, Tony doesn't know how to, like, put his foot down. He's just, like, being a little bitch, worried about getting some imaginary awards and hanging up banners from Meltzer. Like, take care of your.
Well, no, wait. I'm gonna get to that. I don't want you to jump in.
Like,
cut you off, but I'll actually
like,
get
take
to
care. Like, why is your sound all fucked up?
Wait. Don't
better.
jump. I'm gonna get to that.
I'm not. No, I'm talking about it now.
Oh, this is nasty. This is nasty.
Okay, wait. Let me just speak because after. Okay, I know you get into it with the sound stuff like that, and that's fine. Like I said, Kenny Omega and John Moxley put on a hell of a match, but no one will remember that match. Only thing they're remembering is that ending. Did Eddie Kingston go a little bit
Quan, that's
overboard with the
Maki Ito.
but protecting Moxley? Yeah, he did. He sold it for what reason? Okay, for those 2 days, AEW was in the doghouse. Me, yes, I was disappointed. AEW sucked. Seriously, they really sucked. And I'm like, yo, seriously, you got a company and you're trying to build it up. You can't be making this many mistakes right now. Seriously, they really messed up, and I was very disappointed. I voiced my opinion. I was like, yo, seriously, I feel like everybody else feels. This was jacked up. You had a great leading interview. Everyone was hyped about this match. You go to the match, and then at the ending, and then for the top of it off, like Tiff said, if Ye would have came out and started laughing, yeah, that would have set it over. But no, Eddie sold it, kept selling it. I'm sitting there like, my man, that was weak. I look at that, I was like, thank God I didn't buy that. Thank God I didn't buy the pay-per-view. And I definitely would have been disappointed. Like, good thing I sold him the link. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't blame Eddie for trying to sell it. He was doing what he wanted, what he was supposed to do. So really, I'm not mad at Eddie. I'm mad more specifically at AEW for not preparing or having a plan B. You cannot have a match like that and not have a plan B or an ace in the hole. If something goes wrong with the pyrotechnics, which it could not have been, they say that it was the the third party team who set the stuff up. They say it was their fault, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. The problem I'm having is you did not prepare for this. Y'all, something tells me they did not run no secondary drill to make sure that this imploded like it was supposed to. If they did, they wouldn't be cussing out the pyro team that they hired to do this. Something ain't right. And I'm like, y'all could have did something. You could have rigged this ring to collapse when the damn smoke hit. At least the collapse would have made it look like something happened.
Yeah,
like,
they definitely could have did that, but I was.
They didn't do nothing. You didn't even try. So I'm just like, you can't really be.
Yeah.
You gotta protect your own ass. Like, who does your pyrotechnics for you to get Cody's shit off right? Cody had more smoke and more lightning going on when his ass came out there than they did in that damn death match. That don't make no sense.
Somebody eating something?
Yeah, Nicole.
Nicole, okay. Yeah, burping and I can just hear the okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's what. So.
Well, I got told to be quiet, so I figured I'd eat.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say be quiet. I was just trying to get the stuff off. Okay, so I'm watching. So yes, I was greatly, very, very, very disappointed. I'm like, yo, Tony Khan is really messing up right now. And another fact is, yes, you are right. Why is now? I have no. This is no disrespect to Christian himself. I like Christian. No disrespect to him. But you do not come off with everyone thinking, oh, this is gonna be big and stuff like that, and then Christian comes on, and it's like, yeah, really, dude? Like, I mean, no disrespect to him, but it's like you think of somebody much bigger or everything like that. You don't say, oh, it's a Hall of Fame worthy, and it's blah blah. I'm like, it's Christian. The
Well,
man is like,
Christian is
is
Hall of Fame worthy.
no, I'm not saying that. No, it's just Tiff. I'm not saying that. It's just
Are
the
you saying they
hypeness. The
oversold him?
hypeness. Yes,
They hyped him
oversold
too
him.
much?
Yes, a
Yeah.
lot. They did. They did.
Well,
Honestly,
I mean,
if it
that
was
I can
reversed,
agree with, but that's
yeah,
what
if
that's
it
where
was
the
reversed,
stunt
if
queen
you
shit
put,
come from. But I mean,
I'm not mad.
I
Christian's
mean,
not there. I'm not mad. But it's just they like if you'd have switched it to the was like Christian announced himself on Twitter and everything like that, and then he showed up, and then AEW, and then the Big Show, then I would have been surprised. I'm like, oh snap, Big Show here. If it was in reverse, that's my
I
opinion.
wouldn't
If it
have
was
been
reversed,
shocked if it was Big Show there. I'd
no,
have been
but
let down at that too.
I didn't even watch it. But Christian is Hall of Fame worthy though. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
but
saying he's not. I'm just saying they overhyped it. That's why I
they
said no
did
disrespect to him.
overhype him. It could have been
They
anybody, and they
overhyped
would
it.
have
but
overhyped him.
they
Unless it
overhyped.
was CM Punk, and
But
then
If
motherfuckers
it was
would have
no, if it
lost
was
their
CM
shit.
Punk, they place would have lost their
but
mind.
they overhype everything, don't they?
I honestly, I
Yes,
was like,
Not
they were
really.
hyping
No,
it
not
so
really.
much. They needed
yes, they do.
to literally
Yeah, they
raise
do.
somebody from the fucking dead,
Yep.
No, they don't, Nicole. No, they don't. They
and
never
I would have been
announced. That's
excited.
the first time they announced
That's
someone
how
coming.
overhyped it was.
They never
No,
announced
she's
Listen,
anyone
saying it
coming.
was
they could have
They know
done.
they
overhyped,
always do
and they
that.
were. She's saying it's overhyped. She was like, it was so over. It was so overly done at the point. By the time you got ready to see it, I think anybody coming out there would have been a letdown. Other than if the Marks had a saw CM Punk come out.
Nicole saying somebody
Yeah,
dead.
like that's
They could
literally
have dug
like
up Andre the Giant, and people would have been like, "The fuck!" Like,
I said they could have. I
Yeah,
said they could have dug in. I said they literally could have dug up
mm-hmm.
anybody, and I would have been like, "Oh, this is lit." Like, who's dead that I like? No, that's messed up. His wife is there.
Jesus.
Eddie
Um,
Guerrero.
yeah.
Chris Benoit.
No,
I almost
no,
said
ma'am.
Owen Hart, but that's
No,
real.
he could
That's
go to
real.
jail.
That's
No,
real
ma'am.
If
The
TMC.
you took
British
him up, put
Bulldog.
his ass under the jail.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know who I thought it was?
Did they say Chris?
I thought it was gonna be Jay White. Honestly, I thought it was Jay. I honestly thought it was gonna be Jay White
Why
because I
did you
heard he's
think
not
that?
returning
Jay White will go to
because he's not
WWE.
returning to New Japan. That's why I really
Yeah,
thought they was gonna bring him
But
in.
he's not Hall of Fame worthy either, though.
that's true.
So
Not enough
Okay,
American, not enough non American audience or people like know who Jay White is. Despite him being
that too.
very popular at New Japan, not a lot less people know who Jay White is than what you think.
What about Marty
Oh, this
Scurll?
is disgusting. Oh my
Marty
god.
Scroll is in trouble, man.
They're not touching. Nobody's touching.
I know, but I'm
Marty
just saying.
Scurll.
I know he got issues. But I'm just saying.
This
Is
is
Marty
nasty.
Scroll Hall of Fame worthy?
No, not yet.
And also, if Tony said that he was gonna pull, he said he was gonna pull talent from that Joey Ryan show. You think he would actually sign Marty Scurll of all people?
That would destroy AEW.
That would
It
destroy
would
their company.
literally, it would literally implode. They would never be able to recover from that.
Yeah, true.
Hall of Fame worthy is like
Kurt Angle,
Kurt
Brock
Angle or
Lesnar,
like
John
Brock or
Cena.
somebody. John Cena ain't going to no
People
fucking
thought it was
AEW.
John Cena. A lot of people thought because
People
he's not signed with
stupid.
WWE right now.
John
A
Cena
lot of
ain't
people
going
thought
to
it
no
was John
goddamn
Cena.
AEW.
You would never see that. John Cena is anything but undyingly loyal to Vince McMahon.
I would have said
Yes.
Batista before I
John
talked
Cena
about
was the
Arn.
only one who didn't leave Vince.
Yep.
Yep.
When those
Yup,
big names,
yup.
when everybody was going to Hollywood. Sorry guys, I have allergies.
Oh,
Okay.
Can't
girl.
help it.
Girl,
But
me
well,
too.
yeah, when The Rock left, when Stone Cold
Yep.
walked out, and then when people were leaving, going, doing other shit, he was the only person who stayed. You think he's gonna go over to AEW and do what? And that's what people are
Exactly.
like, oh, Brock Lesnar's merch isn't on there. I said, Brock Lesnar's merch is only on there when he shows up. I said,
Period.
he never consistently has merch on
Nope.
there.
Nope.
That's
I
true.
said, and Tony Khan would have to fire two EVPs and half the roster to even
afford
match.
him. Thank you.
Correct.
Same with CM
That's
Punk.
true.
For him to even pick up a phone. Because Brock Lesnar, Tony will call him and he'd be like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yep.
He gonna
Click.
laugh. He probably like,
Yeah, that's
who
messed
the
up.
hell is this?
He got to be
Yeah.
able to pay him.
That's true. That's true.
Where the money gonna pay for him? You got 98 wrestlers, and that's not including your whole staff, all of your VPs back there,
God
your
knows how
whole
much they're getting
salary,
paid.
right? And then your salary, because you pay yourself.
Brock don't do favors.
He sure don't.
That's a
There
Unless
ain't
it's a
difference.
no
Vince
way.
Hell
McMahon.
no. Especially for people he don't know. He barely does shit for Vince.
Right.
Well, if they
You
bring
think
him,
he about to go
I'm
over
not
to
even gonna,
Tony's
jump
company?
in that. I'm not even gonna jump on that one. No,
Oh,
he probably
Yeah.
this
not.
is disgusting.
I mean,
can't.
I don't know.
Sorry.
It's true.
Oh,
All right.
I'm
No, he's
drinking
not.
this
He's
like
not. He's not.
I'm drinking this like raspberry tea, and like
Cat, stop it.
I'm not a tea person. This shit is
Why you?
disgusting.
Why you
Why are
drinking
you
that?
drinking?
my
What's
God.
going on?
Because
Why do you
Yeah,
need?
that.
It's supposed to help with like just like TMI boys, but it's supposed to help with like menstruation,
Oh, your cramps and stuff,
and you're
and
supposed to drink it like 5 days before like your period. But this shit is nasty.
girl,
Like I
at this
can't do it.
point,
Girl,
I
just get
can't
you
do
I've
it.
some
been hop.
pampering and some regular tea. Shit,
Pampering don't
All
work.
right.
might all don't
No,
work.
Actually, don't work.
Pampered and might
Nope.
all don't
Nope.
work.
Nope. Nope. And like,
Get
oh
cranberry tea. Get cranberry tea and put mint leaves and orange slices
yeah,
in it.
like this shit is this. And like, I'm not a tea person either, but
I
they
love
said like it
tea.
helps. It helps, and I'm just like, oh, I
Let me
can't.
get to Dynamite real quick. I'm just three things.
Okay,
Damn.
here we
Jump
go.
Why
on
you cut me off,
NXT.
son?
Sorry. I'm
I
trying to
got
stay
told
in
to
my
be quiet earlier,
son.
flow.
Tirza. It's
All
okay.
right.
Shit.
No,
I did not tell you to be quiet,
I
Nicole.
can talk
I
about
did
my
not say
tea.
that. All right.
I can
Anyway,
talk about my
so
tea.
I'm just here to say my frustration. So yeah, I was
Damn,
very
son.
disappointed at the end of that. So yeah, let my voice heard. And then
The fuck?
I get to Dynamite, and I'm like, okay, is Dynamite gonna be? I want to know how
Yo,
they're
D got
going
me fucked up
to.
right now, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, so, right, I'm like, okay, so Dynamite first off started great. Ray Phoenix is definitely on his yeah, like he was whatever did before, but Ray Phoenix seriously in another year will be the top star in AEW. My man is a gangster. Seriously.
If they let him.
who are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Ray Phoenix.
I
Ooh,
see Ray Phoenix as a
God.
TNT champion.
Hmm.
But they gotta let him get there.
Yeah, they gotta let give him time to breathe. They literally like push him
But
because
I heard the
seriously right
CEO
now.
is still top people.
Oh
Well, we'll
shit.
see. But hopefully Ray Phoenix will definitely get up there. So I like that. The whole thing now, Sting put on a great match. If they had to let, and this is my opinion, if they had to let Sting and Undertaker fight in a cinematic match like Sting wanted to, I think it would probably been good. He probably wouldn't have left WWE, but he put on a great match. Him coming out right now and Lance Archer coming out, I really don't like this. I don't see this going because Lance Archer is much stronger than Sting a little bit. So I don't know how that's going to play off, but
You know
whatever.
exactly how it's gonna play out, man.
Yeah.
That's the only problem you got with that.
Lance Archer's gonna go over on Sting. That's
Figure it out.
happening.
As he should.
That's happening. Whether you want to see it or not, that's totally your opinion, and I'm fine with that. But it's going to happen. If you want to build Lance Archer properly and you're going to start a feud with one of the icons in wrestling, the icon, then he has to beat him.
Honestly, and this is kind of what pisses me off. I feel like about when they get old people booked and busy over there at AEW. Everyone gets like super weird and upset when they like lose. Like what's the point of them like Sting
I
is
know.
one bad landing away from paralyzing himself. And I'm not
That's
even
true.
there. And that's the same thing like when they get these other old people.
Wait,
in there.
hold on.
They're
Tully
supposed
Blanchard did a pretty good job at. Well, how old
He
is Tully?
shouldn't
Like
be in
70
Tully
something?
Blanchard shouldn't have had
fucking
his
ring
ass
either.
in there either. Come
Just
on.
because
But he did pretty good.
They should.
He shouldn't have
It
been there
doesn't
last
matter.
night,
Like,
and he
this
shouldn't
is
have
the
wrestled last
point.
week.
And this
What's
is
the
what
point of
makes
having old people
me
in?
mad. This is where the double standards come in, because people are hoop and holler about the old, quote unquote, them not putting over newer talent, them always bringing in legends, so on and so on and so on. But everybody's foaming at the fucking mouth to see Tully Blanchard somewhat wrestle for 2 minutes.
That's all I'm saying.
Tully Blanchard did.
And it's like not
you're
and
right.
like
and
it's
you-
like
and
across.
He did a pretty good job.
But
it doesn't
okay,
matter.
okay.
You
Let's see in
shouldn't be
reality.
there.
Let's say, okay, he did a great job. Awesome. How come it wasn't okay to see Goldberg wrestle then?
Crickets.
Good question.
We can't hear you.
Good question. Good question.
I'm saying, like, how come it was not okay
You're right.
to
Good
see
question.
Goldberg wrestling? It wasn't okay for y'all to keep seeing Ric Flair out there. It's
I
not
didn't
okay.
have a problem
for you
with
to
Goldberg
see-
wrestling. What's the name?
Yeah, but you're having a
Yes, you
problem when I'm
did.
talking about Sing.
I like
I
Goldberg.
know.
Yes, you did.
I said no. I said couldn't. No, Tip. I said couldn't have gave it to somebody else. That's exactly what I said.
No, that's not
I
what
didn't say I
you
had a
said.
problem with it.
No, it ain't.
Tip,
No,
I didn't say that.
You're not gonna talk about
What did I
Becky.
say?
You said they have
I'm gonna
all of
whip
this
your ass.
talent back there, and they bring back fucking Goldberg. I remember verbatim. Duh.
And I said they could have gave it to somebody else.
Yo.
Exactly,
That's the
but
same
you just
thing.
it's the same thing, but you're like, oh, Tully can still go. It doesn't matter across the board. This is a problem with both companies.
Tully
I'm not
Blanchard
saying
is
one
old
and third.
as fuck. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Tully Blanchard.
It was one and done. It was that one
good
match
for
and
him
done. It
that
was one and done.
He was in there
but it
last
doesn't
night
matter,
with
but
MJF.
that's what Goldberg.
New version of the Inner Circle.
But that's what Goldberg doing. Like that most likely was probably his last match, especially with his Chronicle that's coming in. That is most likely was his last match. But everyone was throwing
by the way,
a fucking fit. Yeah, he did okay. Like everyone was literally throwing a fit. You included. And when it's Tully, oh, he can still go. No, none of these old people who have championships, who has established themselves, need to be getting in the ring and taking more time from their people, especially from AEW, when they can barely construct a women's division. This double, it's a double standard.
You got a point there.
Yes, speaking of Goldberg, his 54, because I saw it today, was pretty good, and it starts off with him like praising praising Big E, which I found very nice, and he was just like, I'm not saying this or doing this because the cameras are here, but I just want you to know that, like, I'm super proud of you. I think what you're doing is amazing, blah, blah, blah. Just like praising him, which I found super nice, and just not shocked, but just like, oh wow, like I wasn't expecting that. And then of course, like Biggie was just like, you know, like I met you 20 some odd years ago, and what you said to me stuck. And I'm like, oh, see, that's what it's about. And I was like, oh, what a moment. But anywho,
what a moment.
All right, okay.
I was like,
all right.
oh.
All right, so yeah.
Don't cut me off.
All right, sorry. I'm just trying to finish my statement. I said I'm just trying to finish my statement.
What you're not gonna do is cut me off, okay?
Right, go ahead.
She gonna cut you in real life.
We about to fight
Now I'm
with this
done.
bitch, and we ain't even in the same room. Tears are finna reach through
No,
the
let's it
wall.
go. I'm just trying to like. I respect it. Right, you're right.
Can he go now?
Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so we get back to Ethan Page And I guess someone backstage was really messing up because everyone's listening to this basketball game while Ethan Page's debut was going on. So that really pissed off a lot of people because it literally went through the whole match and everything like that. First, I thought it was their, I think that was his music, but it wasn't, and they literally went through the whole match. So that was kind of messed up. But I'm not really sold yet on Ethan Page. I'm glad that Scorpio Sky is healed now. You know, that's definitely going to be good.
I'm
Now
over here
this
for my fries.
swerve that everyone saw, this swerve that happened, I did not see coming. Honestly, I really thought that they were going to kick Jericho out the inner circle and MJF was going to join it. But this new Horseman faction and stuff like that was brilliant. Whoever thought about this was great, seriously, because MJF with FTR, Woodlow, and Sean Spears. This is like you got a new war games about to happen in a few months. So I
Is
can't wait for that to happen.
With Sean Spears?
I'm glad
well,
Sean Spears
Sean
is there
Spears.
because someone has to carry their bags.
Oh,
Damn!
Can he touch his voice
Wow!
too?
Are you
me.
serious?
Yes.
Damn!
Yes,
That's
that's serious. He's whack as fuck. So's his dumbass bitch
Sean
wife.
Spears is whack.
Oh,
Wow! Wow!
You can take her
Oh,
with her.
messed up.
They can both take. They both go home.
period.
Jesus.
Peyton Royce, that
I
fucking
need to give my man a
my
chance.
Cassie.
country
You gave him a
God.
chance.
chick. Like
I'm gonna call
You
her by
got a
her
chance.
shoot name because that's how much I dislike her right now. Is
I
Cassie.
can't. And
Ooh.
what is
Oh my god!
disheartening about that? And it's like I get that like the girls in the back they want to support their co-worker, and granted, I don't know what all is going on behind the scenes, but I feel like I'd have been like, sis, real tea, you ain't ready yet.
Okay. I'm gonna give to that straight up.
I
You ain't
would
put in the
I
work.
would be 100% honest. Like, listen, you ain't ready yet. And
Ah,
All right,
yeah,
and
I'm
let,
with
it's
it.
all
it's
right. We
great.
gotta let's segue back over to her also mediocre husband.
Right, sorry. That too.
D, go ahead. Because
Versus 10 Mile.
No, no,
all
because
those tears gonna cut you out.
I ain't saying nothing because they
His
really
tears
just cutting down
she
Sean Spears
lethal.
right
She
now. Like,
she lethal.
wow.
Yes,
Okay.
man.
Anyway,
Listen,
Your
okay.
motherfucker cut me
All right,
off.
go
No.
listen.
ahead, go ahead,
I
go
will
ahead.
catch a flight. Okay? Don't try me.
Oh my God,
Don't do it.
so okay,
Bam.
this new four horsemen inner circle thing that MJF got going on. How do you guys feel about it? Do you feel that this is going to be a winner? This is going to be like the next horseman, or you
I
just
have
going to
to
be like it's going
see
to
it.
be
I mean,
you have to see it?
I'm not a fan of FTR in terms of their characters. I don't see
Mm-hmm.
much difference between the revival and FTR. I don't see a difference between the two.
Because it
I
ain't
like
one.
their wrestling. It's very bare bones style wrestling, which I don't have a problem with.
Mm-hmm.
I and I like
Excuse me.
MJF as a heel. I do. I genuinely love to hate him. So I understand the implications of it, and it looks
I'm about
good
to heat
on the
up my fries.
surface, but I have to see it. I need to see how well they'll work together as a unit. And
Mm-hmm.
taking orders from MJF, I want to see it. So I'm
Yeah.
not going to shit on it. I just need to see it.
So you
Okay.
telling me MJF, the Thickman twins, and Sean Spears is together?
Yep.
Oh
And
wow.
Wardlow.
Well,
Drop
keep
And
going.
Sean.
Wardlow.
With Tully.
Sean
That's a
And
lot of
Spears ain't
Tully's
people.
there
staying there.
too.
Who?
Tully Blanchard. Hmm.
What the fuck?
Hmm.
What the fuck is he? The Godfather?
He was out there. Listen, yesterday, the end of the show
I'm
was
sorry.
the war council between the inner circle and all of them together. They really, what it did was lead to them all turning on MJF and MJF coming in with the ace in the hole. Like, y'all thought I was trying to break y'all up, but I was just biding time to put my faction together, which he did. Fine. They came out there, they beat down the inner circle, and they beat the hell out of Jericho, which I have to admit was extremely satisfying. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Man,
It
I would
was.
love to
It
see
was.
that.
It was
Honestly, like
wonderful.
I keep saying, Jericho, who's not right now, he definitely don't need to be wrestling. He needs
He
to go
wasn't. He
off.
shouldn't have been wrestling 4 months ago.
He
I've
should have
been
been
He,
wrestling
saying it.
last year.
I've been saying it, but
You have been saying it.
but
Yes,
don't
correct.
nobody want to let it go because they're so pressed about singing Judas live.
you could just play the
Whatever
song.
whatever is it Judas. They're so pressed about singing it
Judas
live.
in
It's
my
The
just
damn
mind.
it's
COVID
just
ban.
everything. It's
Yeah.
just everything about it.
Thank you.
He just said, "What you say, COVID ban?"
COVID ban.
COVID man.
Wow.
Last year.
He
We don't
did.
gotta wear
He
no
did
mask.
COVID, and then
You don't gotta wear a mask to my concert. It's all good.
The fuck?
yeah,
No.
but turned out he got COVID.
Mm.
And then didn't tell
I'm
nobody.
excited. I'm
No.
excited for the faction, but I think it's very, 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 very too early to even think about comparing them to the Horsemen. I feel like
Oh no, no, no,
No,
no.
that's true.
that's a
No, I wasn't
very
comparing to. I'm
Why
saying,
do
could they
yeah.
be? Could they be
no.
the next
You
one?
it's too early
I
for
don't
that.
know
It's
what
too
they're
Oh, you
early.
don't
capable
know?
of.
Okay.
Yeah, that's way
My
too
mother will
early.
wake up and be
It's
like,
too
fuck that
early
shit.
to even make those comparisons or to
Because the Four
even
Horsemen, that's her time. She
yeah.
don't play that. Like, oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, like you like I'm very like no, like no one's touching the four horsemen, and I
No,
say that. But also, it's too early for to even start comparing them to anyone because they haven't even. Yes, they debuted, quote unquote, they debuted on Wednesday, but we don't know like their mission statement, what their goals are. Like we don't know what all they're about. We just know that now they're together. So it's
You know
too
what I
Agreed.
was?
early.
I'm
So
sorry. Go
that's
ahead.
too there. That's way too early to compare them to anybody. Let them be
Mhm.
themselves before people start and like build themselves before people start throwing out comparisons. Let them
I have
like
to agree.
yeah,
structure
yeah.
themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people already started doing it because you got MJF, who's basically Ric Flair. You got
Lies.
the not
Liza Minnelli. Nobody is Ric Flair. The fuck?
No,
like
say
Ric Flair.
MJF.
Okay,
Not
let me
even
Oh,
correct
Charlotte.
it.
dude.
They're like Ric Flair.
Liza
He's like
Minnelli.
Ric Flair. He's like Ric Flair.
uh,
I wouldn't say that. I don't see it.
Nobody is Ric
okay,
Flair.
so I like MJF just being MJF. I mean, I get
Yeah.
what you're saying. They're comparing them based off of their characters and like who they
Well,
are in the group. But the
their
thing
characters
is,
aren't even that similar.
when you compare, it doesn't give them a chance to be who they are, like Nicole said.
Mhm.
And really, quite honestly, MJF is a whole other animal from Ric Flair. So,
He's more along the lines of Rick Rude.
Ooh, good.
Jesus,
Yes, yeah. Good one. Yes.
I'd rather him
That's a
I'd
good.
rather
Yeah,
let
good
him
one.
develop because MJF got a longer career ahead of him. He's a young
Oh
dude,
yes, he do.
so he
He's
has a
4 years
long time to
older.
be able to solidify himself
Yeah.
in wrestling. Period. I think it's an unfair advantage to compare them to older factions.
Yeah.
I don't right off recall anybody comparing the Shield to the Four Horsemen. They just saw the Shield as the Shield.
No,
Yep.
they compared the Shield to the NWO.
No.
They used that they did.
They
They
were
was
two
comparing them.
different. No, what I'm saying is they were completely different though.
How do you compare them?
And style and aesthetic and purpose and
They were in the NWO
everything.
were established wrestlers first, and it's no shade to Roman, Dean, and Seth. But when they came in, nobody knew who they were unless you were watching NXT.
NXT, right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And back then, barely anybody was watching
Watching
NXT.
NXT.
You like
Right.
you
No,
had
that's
that was
true.
a deep cut to
Dang.
be watching NXT. So I'm just saying,
Yeah, like
like,
it was very
For
because I
real.
was the only
Yeah, that was
person
before
that
the
I knew
network,
that
right?
watched
Yeah.
I
NXT
was
for the longest time.
I was because I thought Roman was hot as fuck. And I was like, who
I,
is this
I
guy?
watched.
I was like,
I
who is
saw
this
them. I said,
guy?
"Who the fuck
I
is
was like,
this
who
messing up
the
these
fuck
matches?"
is this?
Only
ain't
person I
nobody tell
knew.
me
Only
nothing.
person I
They
knew
saw
on
me.
there
They heard me yelling at the TV. Didn't tell me a damn
was
thing.
T.J. Black, Seth Rollins. That's the only one I knew. I didn't know Dean Ambrose. I didn't know Roman Reigns. Only know I
But
was
that's what
T.J.
I'm
Black.
saying. We didn't
Yeah.
know who they were. So when
I'm
you look
talking
at
about their
NWO
destruction
and then
wise.
you
Destruction
compare,
wise.
even okay, let's spin reality and compare 'em. I don't see the correlation between NWO and I guess if you're
I
gonna
don't
go
either.
with the New World Order and then with them, being the hounds. No, it don't work that way either. Because they weren't trying to rebrand it; they were trying to take over. Even
And
in
they
New
did.
World Order, I can't see it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it does a disservice to them, and it really puts um it just puts unwanted pressure on them to even give them the comparison like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's fair. Like literally, just like they literally just showed up to school. Like let them complete an assignment
Yeah.
first. So everyone starts freaking out and be like, "Oh my god!" and like foam, and like literally, like
Yeah.
chill out. And that's like the problem with a lot of wrestling fans nowadays. Like they can't just like relax, let things build, let
Yeah.
things
I
like
agree.
stew. It's like calm down.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just got here. I'm excited because they should have been done this with MJF. MJF never should have been with Inner Circle. Stupid. I can't stand Inner Circle. I just want them to break up anyway because I just don't like it. It
Really?
has done nothing for Santana Ortiz that's hindered them, to
Oh,
be
okay. You know
completely
what? On
honest.
that one, yeah. On that one,
Has done
Santana
nothing.
Ortiz need to leave the group. Yeah, they
All
need different
of
tactics.
all of the
Yeah.
hype and everything they had coming into company, and you could literally, and I'm not saying that they're bad, like they're fantastic wrestlers, but as character wise, it's like you cannot even, who's doing dishes?
Sorry. Me.
No.
Somebody
You're
banging,
fine.
somebody banging pots.
I'm
And I
sorry.
You
was
want me
like,
to mute Tirza so you can do the
I'm done.
dishes and
I'm
then?
done. I'm done.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I'm
no, I
sorry.
it's
thought
okay.
you're
These are
fine.
my French fries.
And it's
These got a
like,
lot of fans.
I don't even know what I was talking about.
You're
Oh,
talking
you said
about Inner Circle.
in a
I'm
circle.
sorry.
Yeah, it's Inner Circle. It's like Santana, yeah, so has done nothing for Santana and Ortiz, completely diminished their hype. Jake Hager, I forget he's there half the time.
He don't need to be there.
Jericho just he don't need to be there. Jericho is just Jericho. And then who else
Period.
is there? And that's the same thing with Sammy Guevara. He's just there too. Like they do nothing for me. And so once NJF turned on Cody and then started partnering with Warlow, I think they should have slowly started building towards that group, whatever they're going to be called now, instead of him going to fucking around with Inner Circle and then coming back. I feel like this should have been a direction, especially once FTR showed up. This should have been a direction what it should have gone.
Okay. I'll give you that one.
That
Um,
makes sense.
no, you're right. You're right. You're right. Um, Leading into NXT, NXT definitely had a good show. I feel that this Stand and
It was a
Deliver
great
takeover
show.
is going to be great. It was a great show, right? Yes, it was. And I feel that not Johnny, Caden Cross and Balor definitely should have a great match, but
I
I
mean,
don't think it
Karrion
should be a
Cross.
regular
Carrion Cross?
Carrying Cross. Sorry, I don't think it should be just a regular match though.
Caden.
So don't be disrespecting my people's name like that.
Okay.
I
What did I
don't
give
have a
Caden
problem
Cross?
with it being a
Me
regular
and Don will
match.
catch a flight.
Dang, everyone like I'm the heel in this. I'm the heel in this group, isn't it? Is it? I'm the
No,
heel.
you're fine.
No,
Um,
I'm the heel. No, it feels good because like I said, she got a lot
I
of
don't
fans
have
in
an
there. It's like
issue
don't
with it
No,
fuck
being
with
a
I'm
her.
the
I'm the
regular
heel.
heel.
match
You
though.
wish.
What is going on?
You
They
I'm the
all
heel.
they
No,
all have to
you're
be
nicer than
healed.
me, You're nicer than me,
Everyone
Terry.
has to
You're the
be healed.
tweener.
I
I'm the
told
tweener.
him his position
You're
told me
the
he was
Stone
Baron
Cold.
Corbin.
No,
I'm Stone Cold.
Stop.
You King
Not
Corbin.
the
Nah.
constable.
no, Don, cut
He
it,
said the constable.
Not the constable.
cut it
She
out.
took it back.
Oh my God, those fucking Applebee's outfits he used to wear
I can't take it.
in wrestling. Please, why did you remind me of that?
Jesus Christ.
and he couldn't keep it down. He would pull on it every week.
Oh my
Every week it was
god.
like a new shirt, new pants. He keep tearing them.
Like, baby, you can't fit it.
But side
Ugh.
note, because there was someone put a comment about Molly Holly. I just
Yeah, it was this one.
really quick. I saw her at a indie show like years ago, and people, of course, they recognized her and were going up to her, and I was just like, I don't know if I should, because it's weird. Like, you don't come across as like bothering somebody, because like
Yeah.
they're trying to not like be seen. So like I'm like, oh my god, hi, like no, but she was just very sweet to the people who were coming up to her, and she took pictures with everybody, and she's just the nicest person from what I saw. So for her to finally get in, I think is great, because she's a great person, and
Yeah.
she was a great wrestler during her time.
Yeah, she
Mhm.
was.
So I'm happy about that. And as far as the Bella twins, everybody can go in before them. But
You said the wait. Say that again.
um,
The comment said that they felt like Molly Holly should have been inducted before the Bella twins.
Oh hell
And
yeah,
Tirza said everybody could have can
hell
go
yeah,
in before them.
hell yeah.
I mean, honestly, and this is no shade to Beth Phoenix because I absolutely adore and love Beth Phoenix. She low key should have went in before Beth,
yep,
to be
yep,
honest.
I agree with that.
Right after Trish and Lita.
True,
Especially
true.
because,
Yeah, she should have been.
especially
It sh-
Yeah,
because Molly was the person who paid for that training.
true.
So
I
I
was
agree
in
with that.
WCW.
I agree with that. But anyway,
She was getting slammed by she was getting
Any female should have been.
powerbombed by Kevin Nash before anybody else.
but
like Molly
I'm
Holly
happy
said
for
that
her.
she was gonna shave her head so she could make sure a women's
It
match
was
was
on the
on a
card.
Mania card.
Yep,
That's what
yep,
she did.
yep.
She
What a
gonna
queen.
she gonna cry. She gonna cry when she get that. When she get that.
She cried on the bump a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I
So
was
she probably was
crying.
Yeah.
like,
No,
"It's long overdue."
Shane
Like,
Helms
oh, I
okay.
was
should have been
crying
there.
I
right
was
along
crying
with
too.
her. He
I was
started
like,
crying before she cried.
oh my god.
He was crying before he got the message
He
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
he could even get it out for a second.
I know. I
I
was
I
like,
was
said,
like,
oh,
what the
Kayla, you
fuck is
might
you
need to
talking
take
about, bro?
over.
Right.
oh.
Who Shane Helms?
He's
Yeah.
the
He
one
was
who told
like,
her.
this is
Oh
my
That was the
card.
wow.
announcement.
My sensitive
Just
ass
to let you
was
know
crying
that.
with them. I was like, oh my god. I'm like, oh my
I
god.
was crying too.
Tirza.
No,
I'm
I
the
cried
worst.
too, and I
I'm the
got
worst.
mad. I said it's like 10 o'clock in the fucking morning, and I'm crying.
Right. I'm the worst. Yeah.
She's
I
like,
got
I'm
pissed
sensitive
at
like
them.
this
that.
is gonna be good because
Yeah, they was
it's
crying,
going
bro. They
It
I
was
was
got a
it
little
was really
teary eyed,
sweet
not
though.
gonna lie. I ain't cried.
It was really sweet. I was like, oh my god, my god.
I was happy
I'm mad
for
she
her.
got mad at herself. Like, why am I crying?
I be
So I
crying
don't
too
like
at 10
crying.
in
I'm
the
a
morning and
Scorpio.
crying.
Oh, you don't like
Okay?
crying?
No.
Everybody
Women
got
are
to cry
crying.
No,
once
I'm
in
I'm
a
a
just
while.
yelling at
Scorpio.
you to cry because I'm a
I'm a
Virgo.
sensitive Sally. So I'm a crier. I'm
I'm
very
a Virgo,
sensitive.
so I know how I felt.
So
Because I was watching SZA the other day. I wanted to cry. I started laughing. I said, you so fucking stupid. Damn
I'm
dummy. What you
old.
about to cry for? You
No,
don't cry.
there's only one movie I ever shed a tear for. There's only one movie, and that was The Pursuit of Happiness. That's the only movie I shed a tear
I can't
That
watch that
movie's sad.
movie.
Why'd you bring that up?
it is
for.
sad.
That ending was just literally like,
I don't even want to talk about. That's too sad. I don't even want to talk
I
oh,
don't
about
okay,
it.
like
I'm
that
sorry.
movie.
Who
Not
don't
that
like
it's
that
a bad
movie?
movie. She's right. It makes me
Oh,
cry.
put you in the
That
place. Okay,
movie,
I feel
and
you.
there's one movie I refuse to watch it again because it's so fucking sad and it has Will Smith in it. Was what was it like 7 pounds?
Yeah.
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 I refuse. Actually,
I'm
I
not
refuse to
watching
watch
that.
I Am Legend too. I will not watch I Am Legend
I haven't
again
watched
either.
I Am Legend since the first time I saw it. I
I
haven't
ain't
watched it
seen
since.
none of
Yeah.
that.
There's I have like a very long list of movies that I do not need to watch
Oh
again
my god.
or won't watch again.
No what movie like makes me cry, and it never fails. Like it's every single time. Forrest Gump at the end when he's like talking to the headstone. Oh, it gets me every damn time. I'm like, God damn it.
I
I ain't
love
watched
that
Forrest Gump but
movie.
once.
Oh my
Forrest
God.
I
Gump.
only watched
Really?
Forrest
I
Gump once.
love
Great. Forrest
that
Gump is
movie.
just a great movie. I never cried.
I
I love
watched
that
it one
movie so
time
Tom
much.
Hanks.
and I never
So
watched it again.
anything Tom Hanks I love.
Oh yeah, I
I
love
love
Tom
that
Hanks. That's
movie.
the
You know what
Tom
movie
Hanks
That
I
is the
watched way
greatest
too
white
much?
actor of all time.
he's
Yeah, he's
he's
one of them.
he's so good. He's
Yeah.
so
I
good.
watched. I was weird. I was a weird kid. I used to watch really long movies like that all the time. I used to watch that Purple
Oh my
Rain. I
God,
don't know
Purple
why
Rain
they
I
let
love
me
too.
watch Purple Rain. And the fucking
You know,
Jackson movie
Oh yep.
I've
and
never
that
seen Purple
Jackson's
Rain.
movie that's like 24 hours
That's
long,
like days
literally.
long. Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
The Jackson movie.
Yep.
It's a
Yeah.
And I
long
would
ass
Wait,
movie.
consistently watch that.
it was 5 hours.
It's not even a
I'm
movie,
not
that's a
watching
mini
that fucking
series.
movie.
Yeah, it was
It's
5 hours.
really
I've
Yeah,
good.
watched
yeah.
it so many times. There was a point where I can quote most of that movie or whatever it is. That's how much I've
Yep.
watched it. Yeah.
That's
Oh my god, I was obsessed. And I
Tito.
wasn't even like I liked Michael Jackson,
stupid.
but I wasn't like a huge Michael
Tread
Jackson
lightly.
fan, but I fucking love that
The
movie.
fuck?
There you go.
Tread
You know,
the fuck
Who?
lightly.
Who? Oh no, no, no. I'm a Michael
Everybody.
Jackson fan. Yeah. Oh, okay. So,
Well, she talking to all
Everybody.
of us, but I ain't say
yeah,
nothing.
no, I love
Ma'am.
Michael, but I was
I'm
never
just saying.
like a huge like Michael fan. I was like a Rick James person because that's just like what my family
Yeah, I'm
listened
Rick
to.
James, bitch.
so you must have watched Dave Chappelle. You must have watched that thing over and over again, didn't you?
Who didn't watch it over
I
and over
did.
again?
It's
That shit's
hilarious.
funny.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
I
I
was
got it
gold
on.
back then.
It's fu-
Thank God it's on Netflix. Thank God.
Rick
Well,
James,
put
when you
it
want to grow
back.
They
my
took
hair
it
out and get
down.
bees.
No?
No, it's back
They
up.
had to
no,
pay
he
him
they
and they
paid him
Yeah,
gave it
it's
again.
back
back on.
to him.
No.
It's
Yeah,
back
they
on
put it
there.
back up.
The new CBS president did, I think.
The new
The
Viacom
new
president.
Viacom president.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck
Yeah,
Realized
new
that he was doing.
Viacom president paid him.
He
Yeah.
paid
Yeah,
him.
it's on Netflix. It's on HBO Max, and it's
HBO
on something
Max.
else too.
He's like, why, he said,
Amazon Prime.
why we giving away my stuff for free?
Mm,
What stuff?
they
He no, no, that's what he's saying. He's saying, why are we giving away my stuff for free? Like,
What he said was, everybody who's a fan of me, and here's what I'm saying. Please do not watch
Watch
my
this
show
show
anymore
because they have
until they
paid.
pay me, because they
Uh-huh.
haven't been paying me, and my show is up on all these streaming services. So everybody stopped watching it. And then Netflix pulled it. Right after that went viral, they
word, I
pulled
was tight.
And he has the right to say that because that's his stuff. He
Yeah, I
But the
got the
thing is,
DVD,
you
so I
have
was
to
watching
think
it.
about the real power in what
it's
he
his.
said. He asked
Yeah.
the fans to not watch it. The fans stopped watching it. That don't give them no more money. So they pulled the shit.
Yep.
Which it means your undying loyal fan base was like, we gonna support you no matter what. And even though it means you can't watch some of our favorite episodes, we gonna support you because you deserve to be paid for it. So it got pulled.
Yeah, and then
I'm just like,
and since Netflix has a relationship with him, they were like, out of respect for you, we're just gonna take it off
right.
until you get paid because it was on his. He wasn't so mad at Netflix because he said he didn't think Netflix knew the extent, like the issues that he had with the Viacom. But
Absolutely.
once they knew, they pulled it. His issue was because it was on it was like on a, not Cartoon Network, it was on a Comedy Central app and something else. It was on the
Yeah.
CBS app, whatever that CBS
The
app is.
CBS
And he was
access.
like, yeah, and he was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Viacom is shady anyway, but
Yeah,
that's a whole nother story for another time.
Yeah.
they are.
Right.
But D, if you got any more stuff you want to talk about, you better talk about it now before we switch over to the personal shit. Because once that happens,
No going back.
No, 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 no. That was it. That was it. Like I said, NXT is definitely going to be a good show. I hope they. I hope. I know that. Adam Cole and Sorry, I was reading something.
Carrying.
How?
No, 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 no.
Kyle
Oh, Adam
O'Reilly.
Cole
Yeah.
and Kyle
Yeah, no,
O'Reilly.
Kyler right. No, they no, not him. Sorry, the other one. Jesus.
What?
Roger
What are you
Strong.
talking about?
Yes, Roger
I'm
Strong. Sorry,
confused.
Roger
I was
Strong.
trying to
I don't
follow
want.
it.
I no that triple threat match. If they put Roger Strong in there and make it a triple threat, I know that
They're
match
not
will
gonna
be good.
do that.
It
You
What
don't
are
doesn't.
you
think so?
talking
Why not?
about? A triple
No,
threat
they're
for
not gonna
what?
do that. They're not gonna do that at all. If Roger gets involved, more than likely it'll be during the end of the match where he probably saves Cole.
I would do a triple threat match, number one contender match.
I don't want to see a
But
triple threat match.
I
it's
don't
The
either.
gonna
problem
be
is
for
between Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. That is the issue. They set it up right. They finally set the shit up right. Everything is already in place for NXT Stand and Deliver. If you add Roderick Strong to the match, will the match be good? Yeah, I don't doubt that. But Roderick Strong isn't the one to hold the story. He's not the one who makes the story great. It is O'Reilly and Cole who do it. Adding Strong doesn't do anything. I mean, he went up against Balor. He didn't even blame Cole for the thing. He blamed Balor. So putting Strong in the match does what? It gives Adam Cole an advantage in the match because he's not going to do anything to Cole because he's undyingly loyal to him. He made that very clear, despite getting kicked in the face a second time.
and punched in the ball.
He's
Yeah,
undyingly loyal to him. You come out there and instead of accepting what was happening, and this is all kayfabe wise, by the way, instead of accepting what happened, that he has now ended Undisputed Era in the most volatile way he can, you blame Balor for Cole's intentions.
Yeah.
That does not sound like somebody who's upset at him for ending the brotherhood. It sounds like he's being delusional and making the blame on Balor when he knows full well that it's Cole who has done this.
Mm.
So he's undyingly loyal to the man. I don't see him being added to this match at all. Like I said, I see Strong being involved at the end, probably to help Cole win, but I don't see him being involved in the match as a triple threat. It's not going to go there. It shouldn't.
No, because it's probably going to be a stipulation match, most likely.
yeah,
They need to go in the fight
that's what I'm
pit.
saying. Like a
I
number
want
one.
to see
You
him in
think
the
it's gonna
fight
be a number
pit.
one?
You
A
can't
cage
throw them
match. Yeah,
both.
they should fight in a cage match.
That fight pit makes me
I
nervous.
love
No,
that fight pit.
I think
Oh,
this
No,
is
what
Lordy
was that
mercy.
weird? What was that? It was the last match that Gargano and Cole had, and they
That had three
had
stages
that
of hell.
cage that lowered down. Yes,
yeah, the
they
three
need to
cage.
do that with them.
Oh, that'd be
Mm,
kind of cool.
I love a good three
That would be
stages
like what that
idea.
would be
Because
like
they
the main
haven't
event.
done it
Good
since
what?
then.
No, they
That'd be like
haven't
the
done
main
it
event.
since then.
Done.
He said he loved a good three stages of
I
hell.
do. I
Oh my
love a good
god!
three stages of hell. Three stages of hell is my shit. I can watch
And
That
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 is
match
match,
five
cool.
times a day.
that match was amazing.
It was fire.
Yeah, it was.
Um, I want to
NXT
watch
though
that. Let me go find that.
was amazing before that.
What takeover was that?
It was really
It was
good.
a,
I think
Somebody?
it
last
was
year.
no. It was
No.
18.
No, it was
It was
before last year.
it was 18.
Did he take the title off for Gargano? It was in
I honestly
2019.
don't even remember.
It was
Can
400
someone in the
some
Because they
people.
fought
comments
so
figure
many
out?
times, right?
Yeah, I think it was around. Wasn't it around SummerSlam?
No.
Wasn't it around that time? You sure?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Let me look this up.
Gargano.
Because it wasn't before WrestleMania. I know that.
August 10th, 2019.
Right before SummerSlam. I know that.
Which
I'm 20.
takeover was it?
Toronto? Wait a minute.
Yeah, they were in Canada.
It was Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because ain't that the SummerSlam that Charlotte fought
Becky.
Trish?
Yep, and
Yeah.
then that was
Yeah.
the
Okay.
summer. It was Becky versus Natalia.
Okay.
You said it was Takeover Brooklyn. It wasn't Takeover Brooklyn.
No.
It was
No,
Takeover
it wasn't.
Toronto. It was Takeover Toronto.
Yeah,
And
everybody was in Toronto in 2019.
yeah, that was because right. Wait a minute.
Not War Games. Takeover. It was Toronto. I'm looking at it
That
now.
was Takeover Toronto. It wasn't Brooklyn. It
Yeah, it was. It
wasn't
was
Brooklyn
Toronto.
before. It
Yeah.
wasn't that. No.
Yeah, Toronto.
It
Yeah,
was
it
Toronto.
was Takeover Toronto.
2019. 2019.
All right. Well,
No, you're good.
I'm about to put it on right now.
Yeah.
I see a coon, a sex offender.
Oh Jesus!
Dang. Wow.
Are you talking about Velveteen Dream?
Yeah.
Don't say his
So
name like
Velveteen
that.
Dream was in that triple threat match with Roderick Strong and what's his name.
Yeah, that was a good match though. Not gonna
Ain't no
lie.
one let him- Well, I mean, listen. Have they let him go yet?
Nope.
They need to. Shawn
Nope.
Michaels need to let it go.
Triple H says it every time they have a media call because they always ask about Dream, and he always says that Dream is there. They just don't have anything for him right now. And right now, they're focusing on trying to build up some of the other talent. They'll bring him back in when they need to, but he's there practicing at the Performance Center.
Practicing what? How not text kids?
Well, I mean, Austin
They
Theory
don't,
is
but they do
probably
need
also
to.
in that class.
Yep.
He should be.
What are they really doing with Austin Theory right now? Like,
Serving him up to Dexter Loomis.
is he becoming like a clown or just
Don't
Yeah.
talk about a man like that.
Yeah. Don't listen to
because
Don.
he's
Yeah.
becoming a comic relief?
Yeah,
Yes.
he
Comic
is.
relief, yes. Clown, treat lightly.
He's a dancing clown. Yes.
Yeah, I
Treat
mean,
lightly. He
he,
ain't danced since that
my
video
man was
came out.
kicking ass
Please.
1 week, and now he's just dodging matches and being treated like a stepchild.
Who are you talking about?
Who?
Talking about Austin Theory?
He treating like the
Yeah.
favorite child, not the stepchild.
No, they're
Well,
not.
I don't. I mean,
What are they doing with him? What are they
he's
really
in
doing with him?
Gargano's
Making sure
crew.
he's not make sure that he's not fucking around with little kids in their DMs.
Period. He's paired up with one of the best people in the company in NXT right now.
They setting him up to be one of the next person to carry NXT.
I
Just
highly doubt if they bring Velveteen Dream to the main roster.
oh no, they're gonna beat his ass in the main roster.
Just gonna be
Yeah.
honest.
Especially all that shit. But besides him texting kids, all that shit he was talking, baby.
And all those people back there who have kids, they
Roman
put
Reigns
no.
will beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, Roman Reigns, all them, they fucking jump him.
They're not gonna let that nigga come to the roster. It's not happening.
Vince would bury his ass just for talking about, just for coming about call me up, Vince. Okay.
I mean, if they
Yeah,
are
Roman
waiting
got
to get
mad
his
kids.
contract till his contract is up, I don't blame him.
Whoa,
Oh shit. Got some racers out here.
jeez.
Yeah, because they can't even talk about firing him for real. They go try to sue.
I don't have a problem with it. I mean, there's really not much for Austin Theory to do, especially when you're trying to build the other talent. You can use him, sure, but I mean, you've got Bronson Reed, LA Knight is now there, Kushida's still there. They're trying to do something with Swerve and Leon Ruff. They don't put them together, but honestly, I'm not interested in that feud between the two of them. You got
It's just
Santos.
something for them to do.
Yeah, they got Santos Escobar there. You still have Gargano anchoring that mid card division, and I mean they put Austin Theory with him. At best, that's better than him not being on television.
Yeah.
Mm,
Do y'all
So that's
remember
the best he's gonna get.
that Family Guy episode when they reenacted
I mean,
Taven?
well, at least on the main roster, we still got Keith Lee and Alex Black.
I
Have
forgot
you
I
been
love
watching?
this takeover. How
Yeah,
come
was
I
it big?
haven't watched this?
Man, we don't know. I don't know, baby.
I love
But
this takeover. I don't know why I haven't watched it since then.
I don't even think I saw this one.
It's
I mean, Keith.
so
What was I doing in 2019
Are
on
you
August
really
10th?
watching the takeover while we talking?
yeah.
Yeah, she
I
do
do it
that
all
all
the
the
time.
time. We report the podcast. She be watching
Well,
on wrestling.
Me too. You know, I did not watch this takeover.
I'm
No,
watching
I
Code of
watched it
Divas
and I
while you're
loved
talking.
it, but I haven't watched it since then.
Sure am.
I ain't seen it at all.
Seriously, get it together.
Sure am.
Get it together.
Oh, Johnny Gargano, and I used to hate that raggedy Captain Marvel gear that he was wearing every week for some
Oh my
reason.
God. I hated it too.
He's still wearing some type of fucking gear every goddamn week. The New Age Wolverine suit he be walking in. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus, find some new gear. You ain't
Not
doing that enough.
Wolverine.
Mm-mm-mm.
Baby said Wolverine.
It's just irritating. He's so irritating.
Well,
Let
then
him
he
be
doing his
inspired by
job.
something else.
He doing his job then to be
No,
irritating.
not
Yeah.
irritating in a good way. He's just irritating as hell. Like you get on my nerves for no reason.
I
I
felt all
know.
right.
Ooh.
I forgot
Won't
this
it all?
takeover was a bop because they had that really good Candice and Io match.
Yeah, they did.
Ooh.
Was that
Cameron's
after
weave
Io
is a
turn?
mess, honey. Woo. Her weave
What
is
are you
banging.
watching,
Total Divas.
ma'am?
Oh, which season?
Season 1.
Oh, she started over.
Cameron's weave is a mess, honey.
When was it
Girl.
not a mess?
Girl.
I just want to know. I'm just
Damn.
She's
asking
I
when.
can't with her. She had like some weird, I don't know, like interview or talking about. She kept saying that how she doesn't like black guys or that
Yep.
won't date black guys or
Yep.
something.
Yep.
That's her preference. Okay. I don't have to worry about you procreating with a black dude then.
And she's a cute girl, but I was like, oh, yeah.
She
See,
just
I
has
can't.
no thoughts behind her head.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
thoughts. Head empty.
Because you can have a preference. It's all about
I miss
saying it and just how you
Morrow.
word it.
People used to,
Ooh.
I miss Morrow, and
I
people give
do
him,
too.
and
I do
people are
too.
so mean to
Ooh.
him. They're like, he
I
blah
love
blah
Mora.
Morrow.
Mora Mandela was dope. I loved him on commentary. He was awesome
Oh,
to
yeah,
me.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Honestly, if AEW was smart, I don't think he would go back to wrestling though.
He don't
I
like
think
the way the
he's
fans treat him, and I
yeah,
don't blame
he's
him.
like
I don't
wrestling
blame him.
fans are assholes. But if wrestling fans weren't
But
such,
he was good, though.
yeah, no, I don't.
Corey
If
led the charge. He the reason why a lot of people was really going at his neck a lot.
I don't know why. He was funny. I liked him.
Corey went out and was telling everybody that all Moro do was do a lot of rap references. And I'm like, and all you do is fawn and drool all over Mandy Rose and everybody else who come out there who's a heel.
and
And you
pretend that
dog
you're Bobby
Sasha Banks.
Heenan.
Dog Sasha like she is the bane of your existence, whether she's a face or a heel. I don't
Yep.
understand it.
I don't
You know
understand it either.
how Pierce Morgan like
I
hates
was
Meghan
just, I was
Markle
just about to say
Yeah.
that.
because like she basically like like let him buy
She
her drink
ghosted
and then
him.
like ghosted him. I feel, and I've been saying this, I feel like that same shit happened with Sasha, him and Sasha.
She did say she felt like Corey asked her out and she swerved him.
Yeah.
Well,
What the fuck is you
wasn't
mad
she
about
with
though?
her husband when she got there?
Yeah,
Mhm.
So he
No, they weren't married yet.
They hadn't
not
gotten
they
married
was
married,
yet.
they was together
but
though.
together.
Yeah, but Tirza, you know how wrestlers are, baby. Like we not.
No, I'm just saying it for
A person,
continuity.
an actual
I'm
person.
just saying, like even though you
But it's
do
not like
know,
she ain't see him. She's with him.
right?
He was
Yeah.
designer. He was there with her.
But it just seemed like she swerved him, and he been at her neck ever since.
Yeah, but
Well, he
I
needs
wouldn't
to
And
even
get
it's
the
I
fuck
wouldn't take
over
it
it.
personal because she was known to not talk to people for real anyway,
I
yeah.
don't know.
men or women. She was known. She didn't. She said when she got there, she didn't even have a lot of friends until like what, a year or two after.
Yeah. Like she didn't talk to anybody. She like wouldn't hang out with people, wouldn't interact, like, and some people, and there's like, and this isn't just wrestlers, but there's people in general who really take offense to that when it's like the person, they're not trying to be mean, they are just like,
They
They're
don't
not
they don't
sociable.
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're very very. Most people who are introverted or they are afraid or they don't want to put themselves out there to possibly be hurt. So they keep to themselves. And then there's just people who just like keeping to themselves.
Yeah.
And I
And
think
And I'm
people
then
just
actually
need to
like
stop
that.
taking offense to that and
I'm
just
like that. It's when I
yeah,
don't
and it's like the
know
people.
somebody, it's like, ooh,
Yeah.
I'm very quiet.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
standoffish. I'm very like observant. My
And it's
boyfriend is the complete opposite. He
yeah.
can make friends with anybody.
Ooh.
And
mm,
I'm
Why
just like,
is you
I'm not
staring
like
at me
that,
like that? I
you
didn't
know?
even do nothing.
because
Yeah.
that's you.
I don't talk
And
to
that's
nobody
why, and that's a
either.
lot. And there's like
Talk
a
to
couple of
everybody.
people that I know who are
Talk to everybody.
friends or like who know people within like Sasha's circle. And they were like, especially when that whole Kira thing was going on, and she was like, it's like Kira knows to fuck with her like that because Sasha's not gonna fight her or do
Yeah.
nothing like that because that's
Yeah.
not her. Even though she might portray that as her boss character, so that is not her. I said
Yeah.
they were like she will literally go in a corner and hide before she would fight somebody. And there's like she's just like all she wants to do is just like wrestle and like they're like she's just like this little quiet like geeky girl and just like watch anime and like draw and stuff.
She
It's
better than
like
me because I show up
And
at
then show
Impact and
all
whoop her ass.
she said all she want to do is
Period.
wrestle, watch
She
anime
better
and
than
pay her
me.
bills. That's
yeah.
literally all
She
she
is
wants
better
to
than
do.
me because I roll up in a damn car. I
Okay.
roll up on your shit. And then I buy the whole damn company right from underneath your ass and make you work for me, bitch.
I
I'm
said, bitch,
petty
I'm
as
trying to be
fuck.
you. I'm trying to be you. All
No, I'm
right.
trying to own your ass. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
I'm about to do you
I'd
watch I
show
do my
up
I
too,
dog and
blue
walk
hair and
your
all.
stinking ass. Let's go.
Hmm.
no ma'am. She better than me.
Cause I would have added that bitch.
I've been at her neck.
I'm an
Okay?
introvert too, but baby, don't try me. I don't never want to be
Who
somebody
I
these
like
people
just,
Mr.
that.
Bitch think she talking to?
I
She
just
ain't
feel
talking to
like
me.
she crossed a major line when she was talking about her mental health, and when she was talking just about her brother. Like that is just, I'm like, really,
Wait. She was talking about her
really,
brother.
yes,
Yeah.
Her
I
brother
didn't
is
What
see
you
the
say?
whole
special
about
live
her
or
needs.
hear
brother,
I
it.
didn't see that. No,
about her
'cause I
brother,
would have
about her
blown her ass
husband.
up online.
Yes,
And she
girl.
like to block people online because she see all that shit.
I didn't hear her say nothing about her brother either, so I didn't
No,
know
because
that.
I would have.
Yes.
She would have blocked me. That's how much
Cause
I
I
would have
was
went
real
after her.
nice in that video I made on you on YouTube. I was real nice.
And she
Had I
turned
had
off her
known that,
comments
some shit would have went
because of that.
down, bro. And I'd be like, you and your Moses of the Red Sea part need to go on somewhere, bitch. You
Yep.
better
And
go on somewhere.
Kira has a lot of nerve because she was on
Ooh, damn.
fucking Twitter boohooing not too long ago talking about her own mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
Ooh, she tried
And
it.
she turned
I
off her
wish I knew that.
comments after that.
Do y'all think Aleister Black is going to his contract leave when his contract is up, or do you think
Probably.
he's gonna leave since his wife is gone?
Probably a
Probably
little
because
bit of
Zelina
both.
fucked up the bag at their house.
She sure did.
And then
No shade.
That Twitch stream ain't paying them bills like it's supposed to.
Not the bad. She wasn't making no money off her Twitch stream. No way.
That's
So
the
why
problem.
she so why
Yeah,
did she quit over it?
exactly. That's
That's
what I
so
said.
dumb.
She fucked up the
She
whole house's
felt like
bags.
she shouldn't have
She
had to
fucked
give
up
up
her
her
bag,
Twitch
her
stream.
But if she wasn't
which
making
is true.
a profit off of it, why even fight that battle?
It was principle for
Yeah, because
her.
it was she
Because
felt
they
like
was
it was
cause
her
it
that
really
was her
it
personal
really
thing.
Vince was going by the new edict that they all had agreed to.
Mm,
Everybody in the company had decided that the man that came in that was over their finances was like, look, y'all are losing money over these streams, these Twitch streams, these YouTube streams. You're missing money. They got their own YouTube channels. Those things pay money. Y'all know this. Y'all get money from YouTube for your own channel, which is true. They get ad revenue for their YouTube channel, of course. But I think because you got your own YouTube channel, you don't need to own theirs too.
right.
Let them have
I
it.
agree with that. Yeah.
And I'm like,
They
and
were
you can't
mostly
do anything about Twitch. There's nothing you can do about it. Twitch got an ironclad contract with the user. The money goes to them. They're not going to give it to WWE, which is why WWE pulled all their talent from Twitch
Yeah. But
because they couldn't
I'm
come
not
to any
stopping
agreement.
my WWE bag for no Twitch.
Well,
It was
Selena said, I'm going to stand on my my principles and y'all. She didn't, I guess she didn't think she would get fired, but she said she don't have no animosity. She understands business is business, but this is what she wants to do. She has an OnlyFans,
And
but
that's
well,
okay. Like that's okay. Like sometimes principle, it's never a bad thing to have principles.
Ooh, Britt Becky better watch her fucking back.
So so I get that, but
I do too.
I just was I just I wouldn't
That's
I
a
wouldn't
steady paycheck.
sacrifice my dream
Oh damn!
for some monetary thing. But
And if they
hey,
was donated money, they put it towards a charity. They don't even pocket the money.
They
It's
wasn't
so
pocketing. Most
weird.
of it wasn't. Both of
yeah,
them wasn't pocketing it. And then it was the cameo thing that was really getting them because like Roman was charging out the ass price.
yes, he was,
Yeah, everybody was charging like
and so was
either
the Undertaker.
200
And I
or
was like,
above,
Roman
unless it was
was
a 100%.
charging thousands.
yep.
I would charge thousands too if I was him. Shit, you
Like,
know
what
who I
the
am.
fuck? It's a Vito. Why?
Charlotte was charging about four,
Why,
about
why
four,
was
five
why was
hundred.
Roman charging so much so he could whisper? Listen,
I'd
You
be
better
like,
shut. You better okay.
you better
Tears are right
suck
next to you.
a
You gonna
What
wake
bad.
up,
she?
she gonna be at your house, you better
She.
start praying.
It should be right there right now.
if you want the
Ooh.
Better
autograph,
not even
you gotta give me.
finish the sentence.
He gonna do it if you try.
He could whisper to me for $1,000 in
He
2 minutes.
do
I
it.
don't care.
You better not
He
finish
tripping.
it.
Give me the pen.
Put a period at the end of it.
She said.
Damn.
She said, "Don't even think it, honey." Child.
Call the next one.
I
Well,
mean,
listen, like if I'm paying thousands, he better have the whole Samoan family. The
period.
fuck?
I need to
Like,
see it.
Okay.
Shit.
I need to
You
see
better
Uncle
say,
Oppa. I
hey.
need to see Tamina. The
Fuck
Rock
the
that.
need to
Rock,
I need
show
to
up
please.
see
just to
it.
do a guest
You gonna have to
appearance.
show all your shit. I want to see your whole dick.
Okay, you better be butt ass
Whoa,
naked.
If I gotta pay $1,200
oh,
for a happy birthday video, you better be in your birthday suit when you say it, bitch. I need proof.
Twelve
Do it.
hundred dollars. That's a stimulus check. Oh hell no.
Jeez.
The
Lord
He knew
have
what he was
mercy.
doing.
girl.
I want to know who was dumb enough to drop that whole stimulus check on that video.
Hell
Mm,
no, I wouldn't.
Hey, it's favorite superstar, Roman Reigns. Just wishing to, letting you know, happy birthday.
Well, I stimulated your economy. You didn't stimulate nothing on me, bitch.
I'm like,
mm-hmm.
that's it. That's
Hey,
only 45 seconds.
period.
I paid 1,200 for this.
Big E
Damn.
was only charging $100, but Big E was making
Bang.
bank,
Yeah, he was.
bank off of that. Cameo was rolling in for Big E during the pandemic.
Whoo, damn.
He was
Because a
because
hundred dollars is cheap.
a lot of people are having him do like birthday shout outs.
Yeah, Big E was
oh,
making coin.
And Big E, like the whole like New Day fashion.
Yeah,
I was like,
that was
God,
good too.
he
Alexa
was
was
making
trying to
some
shout out
money.
200.
I'd have paid for
They
that.
got wind of that. They was like, oh, I'm like, well, technically, y'all didn't say I couldn't be on Cameo, but WWE did have a clause in the contract that say third party platforms have to be approved by WWE.
They could
Now,
have just bought stock in the company. Like that's so dumb. That's so
They
stupid.
could have bought stock, but stock was going down for WWE at that time. I
I
would have
haven't.
put my stock in
I
at that point.
I think where's Jane at? You don't you have stock? I still haven't got stock in them yet.
I
I
got
Yeah, I
never
got
stock.
stock. I
I put a
sold some of
dollar
my
in.
stock. I sold some of
sold
my
it.
stock once I like tripled it. I sold it. So I'm like a hundred
I
plus up
have
right now.
50. I don't know where I'm at. I put a dollar in. I think I'm at like
I wanted to
$23
buy
right
stock in
now. I
WWE.
did. I went. I ain't had that much money. I said I'll put something in, but it ain't gonna be a lot.
Whoa!
like I
I'm
I
at
got
$34 right now.
I I got Sundale for like I think a dollar something, and when it jumped up to five, I sold it. So I got plus 50, and then I sold some other stocks. So I'm like 103 plus in what I've made so far.
Oh, you got
I haven't sold mine. I
$103?
kept my sundown stock.
I don't know if I want to sell it yet because I only got 30 something dollars.
And
I
I
don't know.
kept my Dogecoin stock.
I'm thinking I'm about to sell my Dogecoin though.
I want to too because that Dogecoin hasn't been doing shit.
It hasn't done
It's
nothing.
just fluctuating from low to high, high to low.
I studied
Yeah,
math, so I don't know
and
how any of this
I've
shit works.
been,
All right, well, guys, I'm
and I've
gonna
been
dip
looking
out
at
and
it, and it
I
seems
gotta
like
be at work at 7. So
by the
y'all
time
be
it
Okay.
good.
hits $1, it'll probably be 20. It'll be a couple of years before it hits like even $1. So I don't know if it's gonna be worth it for me to keep it.
That's on. That's on. I'm very tricky about investing. You know,
Well, I
like
done
that.
bought it, so I
I mean,
ain't.
I definitely wish I wish I would have got up on that GameStop like my godbrother told me to, because that shit
No,
shut up.
GameStop
They
is
finna take
garbage.
people to court for them GameStop stocks. I don't think.
You would have
Yeah,
lost
I
a
don't.
ton of money going for
People
GameStop.
finna lose all of the worst. GameStop stock gonna plummet tremendously.
No,
Yeah,
I would have
because
got
they're
up there
not
and then
letting
got
them
out.
cash it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you didn't cash it out in a very small time frame, you can't cash it out.
Hmm.
Because at one point, what they were doing is once people started buying GameStop, they stopped allowing people to buy it and sell it.
Yeah.
And then when they allowed people to sell it, it had lost like more than like 80% of its value. So if you
Yep.
would have bought it, you would have sold it at a loss.
Yep.
Well, good thing I didn't buy it then. Save
Oh
my money.
yeah, man.
Because I was gonna do the same thing, but I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't sound right. Because what was happening was other investors who had stock in GameStop, they were selling it and but then using money from other stocks to bloat it, which got more people to buy it, and then they sold it to make it drop again. So people lost a bunch of money, but then they gained all their money back.
Well, you guys have a good night. Hopefully SmackDown will. I know SmackDown will be a good show. Hopefully Roman Reigns is actually going to talk into the mic instead of just whispering
Sucker
Daniel
ass.
Bryan in
Bye.
the backstage.
Bye.
He got a contract signing tomorrow, so
Oh
he
Shut
my
gonna
up
be
and
god.
like,
fucked
It's
up.
okay,
Get out.
he
Tiff.
gonna
We
be
Bye.
like,
finally got
he gonna
one
be like,
Bye.
person to talk
Bye,
about.
Daniel,
Anthony. Bye.
You want to
Daniel,
talk shit
please
about one
sign the
Bye,
person. You
contract.
talk shit
Anthony.
about a whole show.
Bye.
A whole
Yeah,
2 hour show.
Oh
Daniel,
God,
Don't
my
do it.
stomach.
Daniel,
Bye.
sign the
Please stop.
contract. I don't want to hear nothing. Just
I'm
sign the
over
contract.
it.
Dave
Wait,
Ryan be like,
what?
homie, can you speak up a little bit?
Looking at
Can't
him.
hear you.
Wait, why are
See?
you going in on SmackDown? You need to worry about AEW losing 200,000 viewers.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mm.
They was
Say
at
Breaking
nothing till they
news.
nothing to right.
934, and then right after the pay per
Wait,
view this
right.
week, they lost
They lost. Yes, they
200,000
did.
views
Pew,
You
pew.
from
they
a
shut
pay
up
per
Everybody
did,
view
on
loss.
that.
but can I
Pew,
ask
And
you
then,
something?
pew.
and then y'all
Who
want to
won
blame
the?
it on South Park.
Okay, but who won the ratings war again?
Nobody.
It doesn't matter because the thing with AEW is they're not consistent with their viewers. NXT is steadily consistent. So when you're an advertiser, you want to put your advertisements on a TV show that's consistent, not a TV show that loses 200 to 300,000 views on a weekly basis.
And don't know
Ooh.
how to work
You
a
want to
fucking
talk
don't
about
camera.
don't
losing a rating? Well, they only
don't Raw
losing
don't
because
Raw
of
lose
hockey.
that many every night?
But we're not
No,
talking
they
about
don't.
Raw,
No,
love.
they don't.
They
Not this
don't
night.
compete with Raw.
No, they
They
don't.
compete with NXT.
Raw is consistently 1.8 million viewers. You cannot compare Raw to AEW because those are on two different nights. So you need to compare to NXT. NXT is consistent, even though
Mm.
AEW is beating them. One day it's 900,000, next week it's 800, the next week it's 700, the week before that it's 6, then it jumps to 8, then it jumps to 7. That is an advertisement nightmare.
And what does that mean? That means that an NXT has a consistent fan base, whereas
That means the show
AEW
sucks.
AEW has a fluctuating fan base.
Sucks.
Especially if you're coming off of a major pay per view that they did all of this advertising for and then all the shit. And
Yeah,
for
niggas don't even
them
mess
to
up.
have what was it like they were 80 something last week, and to come off of a major pay-per-view and you were 80 something last week to be this low, that is a problem.
Yep.
And the thing about it
And
too is
this is just from
they
a
had
business standpoint.
Yep.
they had Christian on it. Christian is the
Mhm.
big hype guy that you guys had, and he had probably, from what I remember, he had like one of the lowest rated segments. And then
Ooh.
you're about to put him into a storyline with Omega when Christian is 0-0. when wins and losses matter, and you wonder why they're losing views. Yes, they're beating
Well,
NXT. They are beating NXT, but the thing about it is, when you're losing or fluctuating between 200 to 300,000 views every week, something is wrong with you can't keep your viewer base.
hello.
You can't keep your viewer base, and you can't grow, and you're not growing an outside. You're not bringing in outside fans. They have not been successful in bringing in outside fans, and that is a problem because that's what's going to keep them on TV.
Now they're saying last week on the 3rd, they were at 934,000 views. This week they were at 743, coming off of AEW Revolution. And then in the middle of the show, after Shaq left, 300 of those 900 people were gone, which means 300 people came to watch Shaq wrestle, and then they left.
And then
That's
Which
the
after,
highlight of your
and
night.
then after Shaq left, they were at 600,000. But the fact that they brought in 900,000, they they average it out, and that's why they were so high. But if you look at the quarterlies, they weren't doing that well. Yes, NXT is usually around 700,000 on an average every show, but again, they're not being consistent with their viewers. And then what happens is Tony Khan sees that, and then he turns around and does these weird kind of stimulation get you matches like they're doing next week with Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker with an unsanctioned match. And now they're making that the main event because now they're starting to realize that women are the draw on their show. When the women draw outperform people like Omega, Moxley, MJF, and even Jericho, you need to start putting your women on the show.
Hmm.
Trust me,
Okay.
I got numbers. We can do this all day.
Okay.
no, no,
All
no, no,
right.
no, 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 Jackson, listen to me. They're moving to Tuesdays because the NHL is going to be on
NHL.
the
Yeah.
USA Network. It has
Yeah.
nothing to
To
do
do
with
with
W.
see, that's the problem. People don't listen. People don't listen.
It has
It's
nothing
like,
to do with
Do with
AEW.
AEW.
No,
see,
because
people always,
why would NXT move and leave their spot? That's their prime spot. They get
And they were
consistent
there
views
first.
on Wednesdays. Why would they move their
Oh,
entire show to Tuesdays for what?
Yeah, that's true. No, you're right. Absolutely right.
So
people
no,
are
it's not
focusing.
about that. USA Network's been trying to get the NHL thing on their show for years.
Yeah.
This isn't anything new. So to all you AEW stands out there who keep talking about how AEW has won the ratings war, here's what I suggest you do. You need to give AEW a whole year without having to compete with NXT. Then you will understand that they have to be able to hold you as well as everybody else all on their own. Because there's nobody that they're competing up against. They don't have the luxury of being able to say, oh, well, there's another wrestling show similar to ours. That's where the fans are. No, 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 no. You're gonna have to do this on your own without any help from WWE.
And the thing is,
That's their
people
true
need to
test.
stop looking at the narrative and start looking at the actual numbers of how things are going. The narrative is, oh, they're constantly beating NXT. Oh, NXT is trying to do this, but the whole thing about it is, anytime AEW has a huge bump up, it's because there's some weird stipulation or they have a celebrity on their show. But without any celebrities, nowhere stipulations, and it's just a regular AEW show, they stay around the 700K mark constantly.
Hmm.
And that tells you that Tony Khan, the only way he knows how to keep people in is to give them the ooh ah aha moments. That's
Because
going
he's
to
a
start
mark
to get
himself.
old.
Because
Yeah,
he's
Period.
a
that's going
mark
to get old.
he's a mark himself, so that's what he wants. And then also it's like with AEW, like that's what people don't realize. And this is from a business standpoint. The one of the people that really capped for AEW to even get on TV got fired like a week into the pandemic at
Yep.
TNT. They don't give
He's
a
gone.
fuck about AEW. And that's what also you guys need to realize. If God forbid, if AEW tanked, if they tanked, they were like extremely negative. We're like, we don't know what to do. Like, let's say a la WCW, etc. Tony, they're gonna close it down. Tony Khan and his daddy. Oh, sorry. I was choking.
You okay?
Yeah, aren't going to keep the lights on. They rather put that money in the Jaguars.
Yeah, because you have to remember this. Yeah, it's not Tony Khan's money. It's Tony Khan's dad's money. So if his dad sees that he's not, because the thing about it is AEW people, whether they want to believe it or not, AEW is not making any profit. They're spending millions of dollars a month to produce a show, but they're not making any profit of it. They're continuously signing wrestlers. They're continually signing legend people to contracts. They're not making any money, especially not after they have maybe a couple of hundred on a Dynamite, and they probably, I think they had like 1,300 on the pay per view. But when you look at how much they're spending to how much they're making, they are bleeding money, and he's continuously signing people. That's not how you do business, and I know that, and I don't even have a business degree.
That's 100% correct.
Yep.
You can't keep throwing yourself in the red to make money. That's not how you do that. Money, having money makes you money. You have to continue to generate revenue. Yes, in the beginning, when your business was smaller and it wasn't being on this grand scale, it was easier. All you were doing was literally putting on pay per views. You were not producing live television shows. The issue here is not necessarily that they're bleeding money or business wise, but you have to look at it because even you have said that their consistency is off and they are not focusing on maintaining the integrity of the product. That's a problem. Not to mention, you are going to be on the network on TNT by yourself with nobody to blame your low ratings on. You have to produce. You have to maintain. And Janae is right. It is an advertising nightmare. You
And
name
then
me one company who's going to be like, hey, I want to advertise for AEW. They don't just look at the overall, they look at all of it.
and then
So if I'm
gaming
going to advertise it, I see my shit on here. And I'm like, wait a minute, y'all losing 400 to 300 views?
yeah. And
Do
this
we
is
know
and this is
what kind?
like 30 minutes in. That is astronomically horrible. And this is
And the thing
also
with
a thing, and this is what people don't realize because you have some of these weird AEW fans who gatekeep. Casual fans keep companies like that running. And this is across the board. This is at hockey. This is WWE. This is baseball.
Basketball,
This is basketball. I
football.
am a and even so I'm consider even though I'm a huge baseball fan, I am considered a casual fan because I don't watch all the time. But let's say when the Indians had the World Series, I was going to pay money to go. When they had games, I was going to pay money to go. That's the same thing with Cavs, and that's the same thing with WWE as a whole. Casual, and especially when they were able to go places like Raw and SmackDown weekly. Majority of those people in those fucking crowds are casual fans,
Mm-hmm.
and AEW is so hell bent on pandering to the Meltzer crowd and the
Yeah,
IWC
yeah,
that they can't look beyond what they need to do to survive.
Right.
that's
You
true.
have to, like, I'm not saying that you have to make your products similar to WWE, but you have to make it unique and your own enough so it's palatable enough so casual fans aren't intimidated to come in. Because if you're
Especially with the way shit happened last night.
yeah, because if you're telling people they have to watch BTE and AEW Dark and all this other shit to fucking watch a match, that's not helping you. And no one's going to want to be a part. No one's going to watch that.
and
Me
the
too.
Well,
thing is
don't
No
get
too,
me.
one's going to watch.
and the thing
Oh, go
is too,
ahead.
like I get everybody makes excuses for whatever promotion. There are WWE fans that makes excuses for some of the things that WWE does. I don't do. I give them the same smoke. The thing I
Mhm.
realize with AEW stands is you guys will make excuses instead of just saying, yeah, they were wrong. Like for instance, Young Bucks, he went for I think it was some kind of pile drive or whatever. because he botched. He made a mistake, but everyone's like, this is long term storytelling because they always do tag matches, and he thought that he was in a match with his tag partner. So when he did the move, he realized that he wasn't, and that's how Phoenix won. No, he
What?
messed up,
He
and
botched. I saw that.
Yeah, he was a
it
bot.
was a
Yeah, it was a
it
straight
was a
bot.
botch. But
It
they're
was a
all
bot.
saying no, it's long term storytelling. Then
No,
Meltzer
it's
comes out
not.
and says,
The nigga
"Oh,
failed. He
it's
failed.
long term storytelling."
Shit.
And then everyone's like, "All hell Meltzer, he's right. It's long term storytelling." The difference is AEW stands, they will move go. I'm not saying WWE stands don't, but AEW stands right now will move hell and back of goalposts just because they don't want to admit they were wrong. When people found out how low their ratings were, first it was, well, because Shaq wasn't on it. Then it was because, oh, because it was South Park. Then it was because, oh, because when TNT had that problem with the NBA audio going over it. But when you look at the time frame when all this happened, that had nothing to do with it. Just people weren't watching the show because it wasn't worth watching. And people don't want to admit that. There are times on the show that it's just not worth watching, so they lose viewers. When you look at NXT, when they lose viewers, it's between 6 to 10,000 viewers, but they hover around the same thing. But if they gain viewers, they do a big jump. They gain more viewers than they lose viewers. AEW loses more viewers than they gain viewers on an average base. So that tells you a regular AEW card with no crazy stipulations, even with Christian being on the show, and you might get a Christian Omega feud, that still wasn't enough to bring people in. And you can't really blame the ending of the pay per view because the way they set it up after during the media scrum with Tony Khan, it made you want to watch to see how they were going to fix the situation. And I was right. They did what I was pretty
Was
sure they were going to do.
she was dead on.
I was
She
dead.
was
I
dead
was
on.
right.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, what they should have done that during the match. That also tells you is they don't have a backup plan and they're not good with fixing situations on the fly yet. And they've been in
100%.
production for 2 years.
Yep.
Right. Well,
Yep.
all you guys, what you guys said tonight was, you were right on the money. Actually, that's 100%. So let's see how they're going to hold up to their
You know it's bad when people booed. Like literally at the end of that pay per view match,
Yeah,
people
they booed. Yes,
booed.
they got upset. Yes,
They should have. Hell, they was
and
promised
that's
a
why.
bomb and didn't get
And
one.
I ain't gonna lie, I
They
was
should have
upset
been
too. I
worried
was like,
about not
yo,
having
this
no
is
fucking masks
yeah.
on instead of booing.
Oh my god.
Oh.
All right. On
Like at
that note,
least
I'm gonna say good night, and hopefully tomorrow night SmackDown, will be good like that. Just tell Roman to
It
use the
always
mic
is.
and
See,
not.
here you go. Here you
All right.
go. You think Tears will be playing? You think Tears will be playing? Okay. I didn't say nothing because I don't want they up and coming to my house.
let me open up another beer. This is beer number
Wait,
Go
hold on.
7.
ahead.
Anyway, yes, you guys have a good night, and I'll speak to you later.
Bye.
Good night.
Sorry, I was just chilling with my beer, having a good old time, and then he said what he said, and I said, "Let me flame his ass real quick."
Then they said, what? Raggy?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Ruh-roh.
She was like, oh no, ma'am. Let me flip my hair right quick.
That's
I
right.
said, "Wait a
I
minute, let me tighten my purple bonnet real quick. I need to
said,
go in."
oh Lord have mercy. I was like, ooh. And they said, I got the numbers, honey.
No one wants to look at the numbers. That's the thing. No one never wants to look at the numbers, and the numbers are very telling.
Well, if you keep the narrative that who's winning the ratings war, yeah, I remember. Yeah, you want to say that, fine, but WCW was winning too.
They were winning for a good while too.
And where they at?
On the WWE network.
Hey man, they're
Like
owned. They're
I
owned
can't,
by the
I
people they
can't
beat for
for the
years.
life of me right now can sit here and think of Santana and Ortiz being happy with what's going on right now. I can't for the life of me think they're like, yeah, this is great.
I don't think they are because they don't seem like it online. Quite a few
Yeah,
people pretend that they're happy online or seem that they're happy. I don't. They don't seem like they're happy at all whatsoever.
And I will be hella pissed watching AEW from the back and see they're about to give Christian and Omega a
yes,
storyline
yes,
already.
Yes. And that's
And
what
you know,
Tierney said. She was like, I don't even watch it. And I think that's too soon. But that is exactly what they did yesterday. And I was just sitting here like, there's plenty of people back there that you can do this with. You're moving Moxley out, which I think they're going to move Moxley and Eddie Kingston to Impact and have them going after the Good Brothers on Impact. That would bring numbers to Impact for sure. People will go and watch that. So I don't have a problem with that. But you're like, I don't know if I'm okay with whether I'm okay with it or not, Miss Relevant. But I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, that is very, very quick to have him come on their debut, and the first person he feuds with is the champion. So, are you gonna serve Christian up to Omega as another notch on his belt, or are you dropping the title to Christian?
and my thing is, it goes back again to the win loss record. How again they're changing it. First, it was the one person who has the best record. Then it changed to if you're in the top five with the best record, then you will qualify for a title shot. Now it's like Christian and Omega, they're gonna have a storyline obviously for the title. Christian is 0-0. He hasn't won or lost anything.
I'm
But
gonna
everyone's
say
like,
I'm gonna
ooh,
give it the benefit
Christian.
of the doubt and say maybe they just wanted him to know Christian's presence. Okay. I don't know. Because AEW is notorious for teasing something and then not going back to it.
I think they might be going to Christian Omega just because if they're gonna have Moxley and Kingston be a tag team, they haven't started any storyline. And it's like if you're gonna start a storyline with Omega, why would you start it? Why would you have Christian and Omega have whatever they had in the ring?
I don't
That's
know.
another thing with like you're starting a storyline and then you're changing it, and then later down the road, everyone's like, "Oh, that's long-term storytelling."
That's what they say.
No, it's not. That's
It's
just when they
it's
pick that shit back up again.
no, but it goes back to what she said earlier when it's just like they're doing whatever it takes to keep people's attention, which means you don't have any faith in your locker room.
And like I said, I'm
Juju's
happy
running
for
from me.
Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, but the fact that you have to make it an unsanctioned match instead of just having it be a one-on-one main event, you have to make it an unsanctioned match, meaning you have to add a stipulation to think people are going to watch it. People are going to watch it anyway. It's a women's wrestling match, and it's the main event with Thunder Rosa and Britt
I
Baker,
miss it, Mia Yim. What did they do to her?
They got
right?
her as a damn valet for Mustafa
Oh,
Ali.
this just made me sad.
As long as she don't come back wearing that uniboob top she used to wear.
I
I
hate
love
she
Mia
has such
Mia, but
a
that
oh
top used to
NXT
get on my
take
damn nerves.
Uniboob.
I'm like, girl,
I
you
was
got a
on
butt on your chest.
I was
What
on
is going
Twitter and
on?
I saw that Dakota and Raquel won the titles and lost it an hour later, and I was like,
That was wild. I was shocked
what?
Yes.
because I
I
was just
wasn't
I was
shocked.
watching anyways, like I was paying attention, and I was like, oh, that's like a really nice bridge pin. So I liked it. I like bridge pins. And I said
Yeah.
and then I was like, is she? I said she's kind of locking it in for a minute, and I was like,
Hmm.
holy shit.
They won. And I said, God, I just knew. I'm like, okay, Dakota and Raquel, they gonna start a feud with Ember and Shotzi. Okay, cool. That's cute.
Yeah, I
Them
knew they was
hoes
gonna lose
won.
on their first defense, but I didn't know it was gonna be that night.
Right.
Honestly, I'm just like, why didn't you just have the Dusty Cup Classic for the belts?
Like, I don't know. But it just
But
seemed
here's
like they wanted to bring the tag team titles there to be fair and say they defended it there.
But they
And
did
them
already
belts was
like
already
twice.
made and ready to go. So
honestly, I think the reason why they did that is so they can say that Dakota and Raquel were the inaugural first women tag team champs, and then they're going to get moved to the main roster.
yeah, I think they're gonna move that. But I don't know about Raquel. I think Raquel can win.
I think Raquel might be EO.
I think
Yeah,
she's gonna win and
I
get that NXT Women's Championship. I really do. Have
I
we
think
talked
so
about
too.
John Laurinaitis? No, there's not really much to talk about. John Laurinaitis resigned, in 2012, 2014. He resigned, and now he's back.
What's about that old shit he said to AJ? That's
No,
what y'all worried about.
I don't know, but I don't know what he said to her. What did he say?
Like you're fucking ugly, some shit like that. Because her attitude wasn't, all that grand to begin with.
Okay.
But it wasn't nothing different that when everybody else is saying like you're not they was telling her she's not marketable. They just didn't see the appeal in her. Which they got proven wrong because she made sales. Like let the shit. It's not that big a deal, bro.
Well, John Laurinaitis being back doesn't mean he's gonna be on television and do the people power shit. So let's
And
just keep it. Let's just be real. John Laurinaitis works in talent relations. He never really left, to be honest. He was a
Exactly.
producer and agent backstage. And now
Damn.
they're moving him back into talent relations. Talent relations has split into two departments, and he is over the third party department. He handles when they go out and they do appearances, when they are doing commercials, and when they're requested for specific commercials, movies, and TV shows. That's what he handles.
and
That's
that's
all.
what people, and that's why like people are not freaking out. I'm like, he has nothing to do with with the actual product within the company. He's marketing them outside to get, which I think is smart because I think there's so many people. Like you have Sasha with the Mandalorian, you have Alexa, and then Charlotte on that Punky Brewster show. You
Yeah,
have the stuff going on with Bad Bunny, and they're possibly trying to get possibly more celebrities coming through. I think that's very smart division to have.
hmm,
Someone that can slowly concentrate on the stars who are doing outside stuff and outside stars who are coming in so they're handled properly.
correct. So everything isn't lumped in together, and not one person is
Mm.
dealing with everything.
Yeah,
You split the department so that it works out for everybody.
I think
First
that's
of
a very
all,
smart idea.
correct. To be clear, John Laurinaitis was not fired. He resigned. The man resigned, and he decided
It
to
was
work closer with talent and being a producer. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Somebody real squeaky. Oh,
Is that
What?
Nicole?
What's going
Nicole, I think
on?
your phone messing up, honey.
I'm not using a phone. I'm on my computer. So, yeah.
I got my fan on. My
I don't
phone is
know. It was
cooling.
remixing.
Yeah, it was real. It was real squeaky. That's because okay, this is what I want y'all to do from now on. When you start hearing things, you need to do your own due diligence and research it. Google is free.
Okay, because I did some research last night.
It's free. It's
And I
free. It would
found
have
Yeah,
told
some
no
you right
people.
then and
Yeah,
there.
no. John Laurinaitis stepped down so he can
damn.
spend more time with his kids
And his
and
wife. That's
And his
and
wife.
his
going
wife
through it.
because Kathy. I think Kathy's been sicker longer than what they really talked about.
Me too. I mean, they said since it was Nikki was pregnant, and that's at the beginning stages, and that's when she was just slightly paralyzed. It wasn't even as bad as it got.
I felt
Mm.
bad for her. I was like, oh my god, that's scary
That's
Is
because
she
she
scary.
like
okay?
She's fine
she's
now.
okay now,
She's
but it was
doing.
just scary because they were telling her like, you know, you might not survive this surgery.
Yeah, it's only 5% of people, really have a successful surgery and don't
Yeah,
really
She
get
blessed and highly
paralyzed for
favored to
real.
still be here then.
Yeah,
and they were like, I don't even think they had them yet, like they were very close to their due date, and she was like, should I wait in case I do die, I at least see my grandkids.
yeah. They was like, no, you gonna go to your surgery. It's gonna be successful. You gonna come here. You gonna see your grandkids all together.
Yeah,
It's
because
very
she was
sad
gonna wait until after they had the baby so she can see them.
because she didn't know she was gonna make it out or not.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
That's stressful as hell.
Right.
yeah. I'm just. She's just really blessed that it wasn't due to a stroke because that could have
Yeah,
took her whole body out, and it was just
Yeah,
something that just that just happened.
I'm glad she's okay. I think her
me
face is.
too.
I think it's a little bit paralyzed still, but it's not as bad.
Yeah, she doing rehab and all that.
Would I let Bianca win at Mania or have Sasha Banks have her WrestleMania moment?
How about you just sit and watch?
I don't really have an opinion in one way or another. At first I did. At first I wanted both of them to have it. So I was like dead set against Bianca picking Asuka and then Sasha like going up against somebody else. But I'm okay with either way. I think that the match itself will be great. So it's not that big of a deal for me. I don't think that he left, and then the Money in the Bank last year solidified it. What are you talking about?
I think they're talking about John Laurinaitis. He never left. He
John
just
Laurinaitis,
resigned from that position that
yeah,
he had. He still worked in the company.
he
That's what
just he
people
just
don't
stepped down.
understand.
That's not a firing, and that's not a demotion either, because he did it to him to
He did,
himself.
yeah, he literally did them to himself.
So that's there's a difference. Well, not necessarily, because if he future endeavored himself, he would have left. He didn't. He was still working with talent. It just didn't require as much attention and work as being the head of talent relations did. So because he wasn't home a lot and he knew he was, and then with his wife being sick and him not being able to be with his kids and being around his grandkids if he has it, like that's a lot. So I can understand him wanting to step down and be around his family and at least be able to go on vacations and you know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot.
Okay, got his sandals on and everything.
Oh God, laryngitis. His name
Tiff,
is laryngitis.
I've been trying to do that boob thing since I've seen that
Why
video,
you
and I
say
still
was?
can't
Why you
do it.
saying was like he's dead? He's still here.
John
Did
Laurinaitis.
you say Janae?
Laryngitis, not laryngitis.
Huh?
Did you say you trying to do the boob thing?
Yeah, I still can't do it.
What?
What
Oh
boob
Lord,
thing?
have mercy.
Don't tell me you didn't
It's the
try.
video where the girl who makes her titties move up and down.
Oh, you don't know how to move your chest up and down?
I don't.
No,
Oh, you just
yeah, we
well,
got extra meat. It's extra bristle.
the way I learned, I laid on my side and I would like twitch a little muscle, and when I found out how to move it, I just started moving it ever since.
Yeah, but I know you can move it. I know it's a pectoral muscle under there, but that ain't not something normal for us to do.
She
And
was
I'm
moving it to
sorry, but
Shakira.
seeing a long titty move to Shakira's bumps and hips and clips is that's a lot. Shit. You look up at her whole titty jumping. That ain't normal,
But look, once you start getting to moving, it never stops.
boy.
Oh my god.
Oh, because I be trying to like cut stuff and it just be jumping. The muscle just
He used
be
all of the muscles in
activated.
his arm and in his chest when he got
It'd be like, ooh, I said, okay, calm down, ain't that serious?
over it. Over it.
You don't need all these muscles just to cut some bread.
I'm done. I just made some focaccia dough today.
I
Oh,
gotta. Ugh, I need to pack more.
focaccia. That tastes good with some corned beef.
I put the focaccia dough and it's got I want it to rise in the recipe I had. It take
Mm-hmm.
3 days for it to rise in the refrigerator.
Oh,
I
good
was in the
God.
kitchen it was I was slapping fucking dough on the counter and my arms feel like jelly.
Wait, I got a
I even
That'll
question.
be tough.
Is Awesome Kong still in AEW, or is she still injured?
I don't.
mm,
I have
she
no
was
idea,
injured when
honestly,
she left, but I don't know.
what's
I
going on
don't
with
know
her.
if she's still there. When I looked at the roster for AEW, her picture was still there. So
Yeah, because I mean, Glow's already finished filming.
yeah, it's done. Well, we can't, but there's a lady on TikTok who can do it. She did it to the
Girl,
song.
you say you can move your triple F boobies?
We didn't
Oh,
talk about like moving them, like when you gotta move them and adjust them in your bra or something. We talk about like,
literally, like your muscle is moving the titty.
The
Like,
pectoral
think of
muscle.
Terry Crews in the Old Spice commercial with your titties.
Right. He said this is cool like a podcast. That's pretty much how it goes. Most of the time. Most of the time, that's where it ends up.
I might watch SmackDown tomorrow because I'm off for 3 days.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
well,
Congratulations.
let's
I
hope
don't know. My
SmackDown's
friend,
Don't we
good.
serve a mighty God,
I
Janae?
think my friends are gonna force me to do something because everyone's freaking out. They're like, "You're gonna be gone for 4 weeks."
Wait, so are you gonna go hang out with Tiff?
Yeah,
I'm about to say, because if you don't come back with a cheesecake, what you going there for?
I promised her I would make her one. I was like, well, shit, I gotta go to the
I
fucking
don't want a
store.
cheesecake. Can you make me a pound cake instead? I like pound cake better.
A regular old pound cake.
Yeah, like a lemon.
Oh, good. That's my specialty. Yeah,
I like
I can
strawberry.
do that. I can do that. It's not a problem.
What are you coming up, Nicole?
Nicole Gerard's talking to you.
What? I didn't hear you.
When you coming up?
I'm gonna spend the day with my parents on Sunday, and then I'm going to check into my hotel like sometime like late afternoon on Monday.
Oh, okay.
I saw her schedule, babe. I'll let you know. I ain't trying to put all the business out on the
Oh,
YouTube.
I know
Somebody said they still can't clap their booty. Lord have mercy.
that.
I mean, it's hard. You gotta teach yourself.
All you got to do is squat. You squat is like it depends on the clap. If you not trying to physically clap it and you want your booty to do is to do what like make your booty clap, you're gonna have to practice that. But girl, it's just squeezing your cheeks together if you just trying to.
I can't do that to squat. I blow my knee out.
I When I went out after the birthday party on Saturday, and like,
Mhm.
cause I was really trying to get my friends, like my other two friends that we went to the party, that I went to the party with, to like go back to like her house so I can like change my shoes at least. I was like, oh, are we just gonna go out in these heels and then like this outfit? And like no one wants to go change, and everyone's like, no, we might as well. And I was like, I was like, I have to drink to be able to stand this, and I
Oh
did.
God.
I danced a little bit in my heels. I was shocked I could still do it.
Cole was out here showing the girls up and stuff.
It was terrible. I was like 30 minutes later though, I was ready to go.
I'm not a clubber. I've never been of the clubbing type. That's not something I was into.
It wasn't even a club. It was just like the bar, but they were just playing such like good, like not old school, but like
Oh my God.
20,000s and 2010s like R&B, like hip hop hits.
Oh
So everyone was just like vibing,
yeah.
and I
Ooh,
was like, I gotta go home. And like it was just a mess. That was just such a mess.
I
Like I
know how you
stayed at my
feel.
friends because I was just like too. I was like, I can't. I was like, I'm too messed up to go home. After we made her boyfriend get us Taco Bell.
Every drunk woman's dream is Taco Bell.
When I be drunk, I be want to eat the wrong shit. I'm like, "Ooh, I want a cheeseburger." With your dumb ass, you can't eat no cheeseburger when you drunk.
I would have to when I lived in Mason because it was either you had Steak and Shake or Waffle House, and sometimes you don't want Waffle House, so you got to go with Steak and Shake.
Mm, that
Why
makes
is David
sense.
beating him like this?
Cool boy. I know one thing. If I say I'm gonna do it, you just gotta. Don't ask me, am I sure? Cause I'm gonna take that shit back.
Oh, so
You
what does
sure?
everybody
Oh,
think about Takeover being on 2 nights?
I think it's
Oh,
cool.
I'm scared. I want to see it. I mean, I want to make sure that it's. I don't understand why though. A little confused.
I'm confused about it too.
I'm a little confused. I'm like, why does it need to be that long? And I mean, I understand it's they finally get to have, maybe just a little bit of a bigger crowd, and they're still gonna have the media wall thing going and everything like that. But it's just I'm not understanding why it needed to be 2 nights. That's where I'm having an issue.
If they're gonna have it 2 nights, honestly, they need to. The only way in my mind it makes sense for me to have it 2 nights. They need to bring some of those UK people over and have
Yeah,
matches.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have to
Kaylee,
agree
Ray needs to get brought over, and Walter does.
for sure. Oh yeah, they brought Jordan Devlin back.
Yeah.
He's
Oh
supposed to
yeah.
show up next week.
They asked us to
I
get on the plane too.
I imagine
I
they
know
must
Walter
have.
hates America. I mean, I do too, but he can go over for a week, couple weeks. They won't hurt him that much.
Yeah. I mean, UK is just as terrible. We're in the same boat, man.
Oh, he doesn't. I mean, he hates it there too, but it's closer to where he's from, though, so he tolerates it.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just my allergies, so my throat dries up really bad.
Wow.
Oh,
What a match.
Janae, you holding on over there?
She probably fell
Is she
asleep. She
good?
said she was drinking.
Yeah, she was. She said it was beer number 5.
Dang.
Jesus Christ,
I fucking hate beer. Beer's nasty.
I can't drink beer like that anymore.
Never had it. I think
They
I'm
talking about
over.
impeaching Governor Cuomo.
Uh-oh.
They're gonna
Wow,
have to because he said he wasn't resigning.
they're impeaching him, but they didn't impeach President Trump. Wow, that's messed up.
Hopefully, his brother don't got a report on it. That'd be awkward.
They made him do it. They when the first allegations first popped up, he said it's my brother, so I don't have an opinion on the matter. And everybody was mad at him, and I'm like, that's his brother though. Like, I get it, I understand it, but that is his brother.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, y'all getting y'all stimulus. They say they gonna start passing them out this weekend.
We'll see.
That's what they
Sure.
say.
I figured it was gonna come soon because I don't know. One of my friends tried going on the IRS site this morning and it was down. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I was like, he's probably gonna sign it
Yeah,
today
he decided today.
because
Everybody
as
put their
soon
best in.
they shut that shit down, and then right after that they'll start sending them through, so no one can bother them and ask them when they're gonna get their checks.
Yeah.
I hope I get one this time.
Where you work? Did you file your taxes already?
No.
Sir.
First of all, from last year, did I file my taxes last year?
Yes.
No. Did I
Oh,
file my 2020? No, I did not file my 2020. I was in on my
Oh,
all my paper, all my forms. I didn't file it yet.
oh God.
I halfway started mines. I need to get my W-2 from the casino so I can
And
finish it.
I don't know because they're gonna base it off of your income of that year, and then they're gonna if you were dependent of someone else.
But no, I wasn't. She said she wasn't
You
gonna
know,
cover me because my mom had found hers yet either. She's gonna file hers later on today.
Jesus. Maybe you could still file it, and then they'll go by what's on file.
They should go by what's on file because I started. I mean, I started mine. I didn't submit it, but I started
If
it.
I was you, I would either go. I like going to H&R Block because you get that extra added protection. But if I was you and anybody else, go and file your taxes now. Don't paper file them, electric file, e-file them, so they send right through.
Oh,
Because
well, that's what I do. I use TurboTax.
yeah,
I was using TurboTax for like 3 years straight, and they asked me that I want to pay some. I said no, the fuck I don't. I'll go to H&R Block. I'm not gonna pay y'all $30 for this money that I'm barely getting.
I have to pay for mine because I'm self-employed. So
Nope,
doesn't matter who I use. I end up having to pay $80 for tax preparation.
absolutely not. That's
Would
some
y'all have Kaylee Ray go against the USA? And who would y'all have Kaylee Ray go against in the USA and Walter?
child. I don't know. Shit, she didn't decimate everybody. You gotta find somebody
I
that's
wouldn't
suitable.
actually pick someone. I would just bring over. I
Her
would just
opponent.
start a feud with her and someone and bring them over for that takeover. And the same thing
Yeah,
with
so
Walter.
whoever she's feuding with in NXT UK, just
Yeah.
bring both of them over there and have their match on the same card. That way, all the
No,
titles in NXT are being defended at Takeover.
Y'all, did y'all know Roman Reigns got a size 15 shoe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Janae is drunk.
All right, because where you just come from? We was talking to you earlier.
We just said something to you.
I've been here. I was trying to ask Don, did his mama file him as a dependent? Because if she did that, that's where his money's gonna go.
You
Were you
sure?
muted?
Because you ain't see.
Was I muted?
I
You
don't
I
might
could
know.
have
hear you.
been.
I was talking this whole time.
Girl, we didn't hear nothing you
Janae had a word.
said.
I was asking questions and looking into inquiries, and nobody was
Girl, you might
answering
need to go
me.
to bed.
Right, you sure it wasn't in your head?
No, because when you were talking about your taxes, I was like, Don, if your mom files you as a dependent, because in this new stimulus, adult dependents, they get a check. So, meaning if your mom files you as a dependent, your money's going to go to your mom.
Yeah,
No, she didn't. She did. She didn't. She did it last year when the first one came, and she didn't get nothing from me.
Well, because it wasn't, this is because last year's stimulus, they didn't have dependents. This is the first stimulus that's going to allow dependents. So if your mom files her taxes and adds you as a dependent, then she'll get the 1,400 for you. And then you can be like, Mom's, give me my money.
No, she
yeah.
wouldn't do that. She'd probably take some out. You know, black parents. You know, I had to take some out for your phone bill for rent, and then you can have the rest.
Oh shit.
Like and me too. They also passed that
But no, when
what's the name too, where the parents will get $300 a month for their kids.
Yeah, but
yeah,
No,
Don's
I know
not a
that.
child. Don's a grown ass man.
Yeah.
Hell,
I'm a
shit,
child at heart. I don't see what I don't pay the bills.
nigga, stupid.
Somebody needs to talk to somebody about that because that's not
I
fair.
said, girl, I'm like, Janae must be real drunk because she ain't said nothing this whole time.
Right.
You didn't even realize.
No, I think what it was is I closed out my Chrome. Like I just came out of it and went to something else. And I think when I did that, it muted it. Because when I opened it back up and started talking, you guys could hear me.
Mm,
Oh,
that's why I don't be on Chrome.
it sounds just honestly, I just don't care about Fastlane enough to even.
Have an
I mean,
opinion
I'm
on it.
curious as to what they're gonna do with Drew and
Well,
Sheamus.
that shit is.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. But other than that, I have no care or regard for Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax going up against Sasha and Bianca. They
Just said
haven't
it
booked
on purpose.
anything else, so I have no care for any of that.
When is Fastlane?
You know
Is it
what
next
I'm
week?
really mad about? They need
What?
to start telling us which matches are going to be on what night. Because if Bianca and all the matches are on one night, I might just try to get my ticket reimbursed for one of those days.
I don't blame you for that.
That
With,
could be the reason why they're not telling nobody.
nah,
Well,
because they talking about putting all the black people. Because they said, what if they put all the black people matches on one
Good.
night?
And I'll go on that one night and take my butt home the next
Okay,
day.
put all the bad people on night 2.
No, on
Fastlane.
night 1 so I can come back faster. I don't want to be there on a Sunday.
Yeah, Fastlane is next Sunday on the 21st. Not this coming Sunday. It's next Sunday. Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything else that's gonna happen on the card. Maybe they'll put Ziggler and Rude up against the Street Profits, but I don't really care about that shit either. So
After me either. It's like how many times y'all going? I mean, I understand they're like the only tag team, but I'm not trying to see them again for like the 20th time.
I don't mind them combining the tag team titles right now
Okay,
and
that's what
making
they
it
need to
one
do.
title. That I don't mind them doing, and I think they should do it. It's rumors that Daniel Bryan might win at Fastlane with the help of Edge to make a triple at Mania, so Edge won't get injured and still win without doing much.
That's doing too
I'm
much.
not
They're not
mad at
doing
him.
that.
Wait, Nicki Minaj is supposed to perform for Sasha entrance at WrestleMania.
Why
Nicki
would she
Minaj
perform it?
What?
that
That's not her song. The song Snoop did her song.
child. I choose Snoop over.
Where the
Where'd you
fuck
hear
did that
that
even
at?
come from?
Yeah,
We
where'd you
just
hear that at? And if you say ringside news, I swear for God.
because you can barely get a peep out of Nikki if she ain't talking. So you
Nikki is enthralled with that little baby, and her baby is cute as hell. So I don't blame her.
Literally was just talking about how she retired. She doesn't want to do nothing.
yeah, she said she gonna make the last album, her 5th album, and that's gonna be it for a
I
while.
don't have. I don't, this motherfucker said they made it up.
And you believed it?
Well, at least you honest.
I guess.
At least you
I'm
honest, baby.
I'm hungry.
If they was smart, they get Meg the Stallion.
Or call Cardi. Hell, she ain't doing that. I'll be banging out to some up. If it's up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's up. Like, yes, at WrestleMania, tear this shit down. Let's go. But they put the weekend in as the theme again. Save your tears.
No, it's the weekend, but they used a different song than it was last year.
Yeah, last year it was Blinding Lights. They used Save Your Tears this year.
He must be performing.
He getting paid off this album, boy.
Well, he ain't getting nominated at the Grammys for it. But Bad
They
Bunny
Right.
got
say he
nominated for
boycotted.
his.
Grammys is it's.
I ain't watched the Grammys in so long.
Grammys
It's
has
just
no
not that
value. It's
important.
trash.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna watch the
It's messed up
performance.
because it should have value.
Yeah,
It just should.
they cut Nikki off,
Yes, they
and
did.
that was petty. That was some bullshit. This is my favorite match.
What
What?
match is that?
Charlotte versus Sasha at SummerSlam 2016. Because the way
Is
she
that
dropped that on her neck is unforgiving.
isn't that where Sasha lost the belt again?
Girl, Sasha lost the belt so many times.
I think, yeah, it don't even matter no more. No, my favorite is my favorite of their matches was the Hell in a Cell.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That was good too.
It was just funny because it wasn't even all the way down and just Charlotte just kicks her.
She kicked the shit. She beat her ass.
Yeah, she did.
I was like, post Sasha. Mm. Oh
She said
well.
that she don't want to do no more Hell in a Cell
Yeah,
matches.
she said she good. She said I've
Who,
been there,
Charlotte?
done that.
No,
Sasha.
Sasha.
She
Yeah, she's
said
been in
been
like
there,
3
done
of
that
them.
3 times
Every one of those
over.
Hell in a Cell matches for women, she's been in.
And she said she got injured, a lifetime injury with Becky. She messed her hip up with that one.
Didn't
If I
she
was you,
bruise
I
her
wouldn't do it.
tailbone too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, what a queen! Charlotte was amazing during this time.
It still is. I don't know why y'all be giving Charlotte so much hell.
I mean, I love Charlotte. You know that. I love the queen. She's such a queen.
But Charlotte on her way out too.
Yeah,
So
she
she's
want to
doing
have
what she can.
some mixed babies.
That baby's gonna be cute. Andrade ain't no
I hope.
slouch.
Shit. Rick James is pretty damn strong out this bitch. So
Yeah, but
I hope
Charlotte's
they.
pretty.
Charlotte
She was
is
able,
pretty,
she
but
was
you
able to
know,
pull
sitting
it
like a daddy.
out.
With,
Ooh,
with my bad eye, I see Rick.
I'm over it. This nigga here said with his bad eye.
PC Rick.
So his genes are pretty damn strong. So I pray
Open that window,
that
please.
Andrade
Oh,
genes a
you're
little
my
bit stronger
teeth.
than
Hey,
his.
it's fucking
She better
hot.
be praying too.
Oh, you might not want to have no kids.
Who?
Charlotte.
She do. She
I
said it on
mean,
one of
it
her.
looked like he got two.
Yeah, they look like they tired of her, but you ain't hear that from me.
Dime.
Look at it was the picture. She posted it.
They was not tired of her,
They,
Dime.
you look at my face. Look at their face, and you tell me something different.
Cut it out.
A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yeah, two girls. It looked like they might be his.
Bailey and other superstars are doing a trend hashtag give Peyton Oscar. Well, good for them.
That's good for them.
Okay, go ahead and do it.
Y'all gonna be
Go
mad as
ahead
hell.
and do it. And I don't. And you know what? All of these Peyton,
Boring as shit.
fact, all these Peyton lovers, and all y'all that saying that she just deserve an opportunity. Go ahead,
That
including the
match is
wrestlers
not
who
going to bring in
advocating for her.
views.
Be my guest. I will not tell you. I will not tell you you're wrong for that. But I tell you this: when the bitch fall flat, because she's going to fall flat, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna sit my ass right here,
I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna be ignorant as hell.
I'm gonna be sitting here like,
I'm a laugh.
mm-hmm. Give her
I'm
a
going to
chance, huh?
laugh.
When y'all get mad because the match was shitty,
Was
and y'all
ass.
mad and upset because why they do that to Oscar? Oscar deserves better. I don't want to hear shit.
You know what I mean? Y'all real. Some of y'all are real disrespectful. Y'all come on my page trying to dog me out and talk about me because I don't care for your favorite. I don't do that when y'all talk about Roman or when y'all talk about the people that I like. The people I like and I talk about that I respect and I like watching. I don't give a fuck about what y'all think about them. I like them. Your opinion has no bearing on whether I like them or not. The reality is when I talk about somebody that I like and I know that they don't meet the requirements for everything, I can call a spade a spade. You so busy living in your delusional world of pixies and rainbows that you don't understand how the real world works. But it's cool though, because you can give Peyton Oscar all you want to. But the reality is what you're gonna get is a Monday Night Raw match that's set for WrestleMania.
They need
They
Heyman
gonna
no Raw talk. That's what they need.
they gonna be mad anyway because if when Oscar win, they're gonna be like, "That's not fair. Peyton got robbed." And to be like, "Did y'all think she really was finna win anyways?"
No,
Who
go
need
ahead.
no
Let
Raw
her
talk?
go up against the girl. That's what y'all want. So give it to her.
Because she would have
Oscar should
said
do
that
what
right so
AJ Lee
Peyton.
did and defend her title against everyone on the roster, an invitational match.
No,
Yes.
no.
That's better than what we getting Peyton.
You're gonna get Peyton when she do the invitational.
That's fine. She ain't
Mhm.
doing all the work.
Oscar's gonna have to like really change her wrestling style to fit Peyton's. She's gonna have to slow down really fast, like really slow.
Like, well, I couldn't get you through the company, so I'm gonna make my own opportunity right now. Okay, bitch.
Ridiculous.
Maybe do
People
that.
need to people need to remove their bias.
Too hot.
Okay? Because I liked
That's
Peyton at the beginning of the year. And when she showed me, you know, without these 3 months, she'd been by herself. It was just no.
it's
No.
like it's like everyone wants Peyton, give Peyton a chance, and it's like you guys should be like, if you literally look at it, they gave her a chance, and she proved that she wasn't ready, so they pulled back on her and put her with Lacey, and even then, it still didn't work.
No, for real.
Just terrible.
It's just people gotta be realistic,
Yeah.
and they don't want to be realistic. They want to live in their little world.
She lucky I'm out in there. I would have to Oprah her ass. Like, do you really think that you worthy?
Oh,
Stop.
Let's
you
let's
ain't
go.
even gotta be
Come
like
on, come
that.
see this monitor. Come on, let me show you. Put her matches on real quick. Let's show her something. You see that? That's supposed to be a natural selection. You praying, you ducking,
Don,
you
cut it
bobbing and weaving. You ain't selling. Next match. You see that? You going against Oscar. You moving slow as hell. You you think we want this at WrestleMania? No. Next
And to be
match.
honest, I would be mad if Asuka's selling her little weak moves. Like
She's
Asuka
gonna
really
do
finna
it.
sell her
Oscar
her
gonna do her
front.
job regardless.
That's a mark of a professional.
Yeah.
That
She's
match
gonna
should be
sell
no
No
it.
more
fucking
than
Zelina
that
move.
match should be no more than 5 minutes at the most.
Hell, I'd rather y'all run Zelina back than give me Peyton.
Okay. But then you gonna say, well, it was 5 minute match. She didn't have her opportunity.
That's
Okay,
fine.
baby.
She could be with what Daniel Bryan did that one WrestleMania, lose in 15 seconds.
Oh, he did lose in 15
Oh my
seconds.
god, that was
It
crazy.
was the best though.
People lost their minds.
That
I
shit was
loved everything
hilarious.
of it.
That was at
I
that
loved
time I
it.
didn't like
I
Daniel
was
either. He was
mad.
doing all that yelling and shit.
I loved it.
Oh, I was big
I
on
was
Sheamus.
was
That's
really
how I like it.
angry, but in hindsight, I appreciated it.
Mm-hmm.
That humbled his character.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, I got egg rolls in the refrigerator.
Girl.
The fact that people really want Peyton versus Oscar at WrestleMania of all places is disrespectful as fuck to Oscar and people with common sense. Child, my common sense ain't intact. I'm fine. I'm not offended at all. I'd be
It's
offended if I
not
was
as
backstage.
disrespectful to me. It's
I'd
not
be
really
very
disrespectful
offended
to
if I was
Oscar. That
backstage.
is her colleague and her coworker.
Bullshit.
It is what it is. We may not agree, but it's true. I'm glad that Bailey is supporting her friend because she very well should. That's your friend. But if I was you, I would be helping her train so she would be better, so she could shut us up. Because the reality is, your friend has not been performing at the caliber you say she's supposed to be.
She not giving what she said is supposed to give.
Facts.
And the sad part is that she actually thinks that she's doing something and she's not.
I'd rather see Billy at WrestleMania, to be honest.
Okay. Her awkward ass.
Her and Bailey should host WrestleMania.
I
That
just
shit
want
is
Bailey.
so
I don't
hilarious.
need.
Don't do
Actually,
Billy Tiffany because you know
I
you're gonna
don't
be
need.
laughing.
I don't need Pay. I don't need
No,
Billy.
not Peyton.
it'd
We
be
said
funny.
Billy. Not Peyton. Peyton can't talk. We need Billy.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Tiff said Peyton.
I said Peyton because that's what I thought she said.
No,
No, we
Billy.
need Billy. Fucking Peyton. That bitch can't talk either until it's raw talk. Girl, read the script. If you say you don't need no script, you a damn lie.
No, Tamina is not hosting WrestleMania.
Tamina should host WrestleMania doing what? Because I'm in Doge. Doing what?
Can't you play that
What
on
does
the?
she? I like
Can't you?
Tamina and all, but what does she do? We ain't heard this lady talking forever. What's she gonna do? Put leather everywhere?
John is ready to fight, yo.
Cause like what? Why would Tamina host WrestleMania? What is she gonna do?
Sir.
What's she gonna do? Hug everybody?
Karaoke.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, now you trolling. You trolling.
You know, they probably be
please.
like, "Girl, I didn't know you still working here."
Okay. The fuck? That's like having Natty host WrestleMania. What's she gonna do? Y'all ridiculous.
So
Y'all
she
be
could,
saying any
so
fucking
she
thing.
could, so she could do that awkward yeah. That
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
Come on, you guys.
what the fuck?
Come on, you guys.
It's
I used to
raspy
get
and
so
loud
mad
at
at
the
her.
same time.
And then she gonna set up a match with Molly Holly. Congratulations, you bitch.
You sneaky bitch.
Well, okay. Didn't see that coming. Ooh, full of surprises. Fucking Tamina hosting WrestleMania. Y'all are hilarious.
I'm
Y'all
fucking
real
weak.
creative.
Oh god.
And if Peyton is getting help, well, she just sucks.
She ain't getting help because she thinks she got it all. And that's pathetic. Why do you think you have it all?
I wish they would have strippers at WrestleMania. Is you drunk?
That would be bomb, actually. I
That'd
wouldn't
be lit.
I don't want no strippers at WrestleMania.
I'm
Lit.
straight.
Don't be hating on the strippers, y'all.
They could have them like some raw underground dancers that could dance.
No, because them hoes tired. No.
Not them, but like similar.
Nobody want to assholes.
This twerk bowl, I told you, they listening to me. The twerk bowl.
I'm straight.
Mm-mm.
You can see that on Instagram for free. I'm not gonna pay
I couldn't time out the comment because it isn't offensive enough. Who you trying to put on timeout?
The
Yeehee Mabili.
yeah. It's not an offensive comment, so you good.
Tamina can barely
I guess it's
win a match. So why do y'all think she could host? Bitch, she needs to host the win.
Y'all
Stop.
match on SmackDown.
Actually, she been winning matches.
She was. She be right
for like
on
the past couple.
SmackDown.
Yeah, the past couple months, she been winning.
Yeah.
But I feel
Tamina ain't terrible. She's just not somebody who should host WrestleMania.
The hell she gonna do?
Y'all fucking terrible. Jesus Christ. Goodness me.
That's some funny shit. Tamina should host WrestleMania.
I would literally go to WrestleMania just so I could see that.
I'm over it.
I can just imagine Nicole in the audience. Tamina come out. Nicole's just like, "What the fuck you doing?"
She would be like, "What the fuck? Oh no,
what the fuck?
I'm going down there. I'm going down there."
Nicole's like, "I ain't high enough for this shit."
They should have asked me to host.
She's like, "Where the fuck is Vince? Where is he?"
Nicole pop an edible the minute Tamina came out.
Child, if I was to go to WrestleMania and pop an edible, I'd be fucking slumped.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I'd go to sleep. That's why I'm glad it's 2 nights. Well, I was really thinking about that last year when before, like, you know, the world went to shit. And I was talking to my friend Jess, and I was like, dude, I don't think I can sit there for that long.
Yeah, girl, you lost. Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I don't think it'll be that bad. I'm like, dude, I was having a rough time watching this. Like, I have a rough time watching it at home. As I had a rough time watching it at this watch party at this bar, let alone being there, then having to get back to our hotel. Or at the hotel, or where and have to get back to. No, I think for that for that night, I was gonna stay at her hotel, so I didn't have to go all the way to my friend's house. Because I was gonna stay at my old coworker's house because she lives in Tampa. But I was like, then we have to like go back to the hotel. I was like, and it's a lot. I was like, and plus, like, you know, I was like, I'm gonna like dress cute, you know, in case I'm like on TV and I like see somebody. Like, it's like a lot.
I got to have a fail safe in case I get me a new woman or a new man, or you see me on TV.
They like to pan out the camera after the boring matches. They gonna catch my ass asleep.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm gonna be knocked
And
the
it'd
fuck
be
out.
my luck, like I'd be doing something weird, and they would catch me.
I'll be leaned up to the side, fucking sleep. What is this nigga sleep at WrestleMania? Show the hell is. I'm high and that match is boring as hell. I don't want to see that shit.
Just be glad it ain't the greatest match of all. We ain't all.
Because bitch, like at WrestleMania, what was that 2019? If I
Yeah.
was there and I was high, ooh, it been over with. I've been gone by 2 o'clock. I'm like,
That's what
sir,
I was
sir,
saying.
the
That was
show is
so
over.
long because it got to the point we were sitting there, we're like, whose matches are we missing? And then
Mhm.
we forgot about that fit. We forgot about the Samoa Joe match, and we
Yep.
forgot.
Because that match happened so quick. That was like
And
5 minutes.
somebody was sitting there. They were like, "Did they have the SmackDown men's tag match?" And we were like, "I don't know." Someone was like, "No, it was earlier in the night." And they're like, "Jesus Christ!"
Let's see. Let's look at it. I don't know. Because that was a
We
long
missed Randy Orton's
ass
match.
match.
I forgot all about Randy having the match at WrestleMania.
He had a matchup.
Yeah, he had a match
Yes,
with AJ.
yes.
What? I never knew that happened.
That's how big. Go look at that card. That card
It
Let
is
me
was
go
a
big.
see.
massive card.
That was the match where everyone was complaining
WrestleMania.
because they had those stupid lights on and no one could see what was going on unless she was in the front row.
Yeah, because they had the lights were weird, and because it was the sun was setting.
Yeah,
So
Even the poster was blocked, was filled up.
we had, and then isn't that the year that Cena came out there, messing with Elias?
I think
I
so.
think
yes,
so.
yes.
Yeah, that took up a good part of the show. I know that.
But I love that part. That's my favorite part.
That's what I'm
I go,
saying. Like that was such a long card.
Okay, let's see. We got Yolanda Adams singing.
yeah,
Alexa Bliss
praise
Read
God.
came
off
out
all
with
those
Hulk Hogan.
segments.
Praise God. Amen.
Yes, Yolanda.
hmm
Okay, so first match was Brock versus Seth. I remember that match.
Of course, we all do.
Okay, and then wow, AJ versus Randy Orton was the second match.
Yes,
What is it?
It
yes.
was the second match of the
I
night.
thought it was later.
I thought it was in the middle of the card too.
It's the second
What
match
the
of the
fuck?
night. That's 30 minutes into the show. Okay, then after that we see Lacey pop out for no reason, per usual. She's been doing the past couple months. Then this a fatal four way for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
Okay,
Wait a minute, am I missing
that's
something?
out of order.
That
Yeah,
don't sound right. Because
Randy Orton and AJ Styles match was not the second match of the night.
I'm looking at the lineup on the because you know they do it. Because I could have sworn that the women's tag team was first.
That came up after Rollins and what's his
That
name
came up
match.
after. That was after Shane and Miz.
WrestleMania
This shit is weird. This is a long ass night.
yeah, no,
36
go look that up because
match
that's not
card.
right.
Did they chop it up and misplace it?
I think so because
35.
that
It's
doesn't sound
WrestleMania
right.
35.
Because I
Yes,
thought
that
that.
is chopped up. It's not right.
Because I thought that the women came out first. I thought they opened the show.
Read off all the
Mm.
matches.
Raw
Yeah,
and
it is.
SmackDown Women's
This is
Championship
real.
winner take all triple threat. The Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan new the WWE Championship match.
That's
There
not
was
in
a no
order.
hard. No, there was a no holds barred match from Triple H and Batista. You said read off all the matches. That's what I'm
I know,
doing.
but not in order. But in order though.
They're not all in order. I went to WWE's website and they don't even have it in order.
I'm confused. I don't even know how this night meant. Wasn't it Kofi, and then after Kofi it was the women's match.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how it went. That's what I said.
Yeah, they threw this shit. They chopped it up and switched it around because they got that match, and then after that they have Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe. But I know that was before that match, and then it was
No, the Rey Mysterio and Samoa Joe was towards the end of the night.
and then they had Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns, and then that led into Elias's thing. Then that led into Batista versus Triple H. And then that went into Kurt Angle's match
I forgot
with
about that
Baron
match.
Corbin. It was
That
very
was his
unmemorable.
retirement match.
Yeah, didn't need
Mhm.
to happen. Then I went to Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush. Jesus Christ. Then I went to a dance break with Carmella and R-Truth, and then it goes
Yeah.
into the
Should be the
women's
main
match.
event. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. This
Okay,
is a
so
5-hour show.
yeah,
No, I
6
think it was
because of the
longer than
pre-show.
that.
it was
6 because of
6.
the pre-show.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a 4
So
other
they
goddamn
had
minutes.
Because by the time the women came on and Becky talked about it was the next day.
Yeah, it was Monday.
Yeah.
That
This
crowd
shit
was
feel like
so
it
dead.
looked like it's out of. They was tired. I was tired too. I was trying to get drunk to take the edge off, but it didn't even do nothing. I was just so tired.
Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar's Brock Lesnar opened WrestleMania 35. They were the
Yes.
first match of the night. Everybody remembers it.
Because
Yes.
it was wild. Because when I tell you, when we were at the bar, like obviously the pre-show was done, and quite a few people are like, oh, they're like they'll probably have a tag match or something first, or I think we thought the IC was gonna be first.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, okay, we'll order food. And then Paul Heyman runs out and I was like at the bar putting in my food order and I was like grabbing something. I was grabbing another beer and someone was like, what the fuck? And they were like, is this match now? And everybody freaked out. All of our food got cold. Because we were like, what? This is first? Like literally all of our food was cold because we just sat there and watched it. I will never forgive WWE for doing that, but I also forgive them because I was genius.
Remember, because
Brock
Brock wanted to
go
go on
on
last,
last,
and they
but then
told
they told him
him
he didn't throw the belt at Vince for this match.
It
He
was
lost.
that was another match.
That was another.
He lost. He didn't have the belt. So how could he throw the belt if he didn't have it, babe?
No, he had it then. It was I think he had a match against like Roman or somebody.
No. They're talking about I
When he
told them
threw
at
the belt.
WrestleMania that match was first. Brock Lesnar and Seth's match was first.
Yeah.
Seth beat Lesnar that night.
Right.
So he wouldn't have thrown the belt at him because he didn't have it.
He threw the belt. I don't remember what it was, but he was supposed to drop it to whoever he had that match with. And then last minute, Vince changed his mind because you know how the ref has the earpieces that are connected to him, and he got pissed because he wanted to drop it.
We're not talking about WrestleMania,
and that's why he threw it at him.
Yeah, the license.
I think it was against Roman.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's mad as fuck.
Yeah, this look like it's out of order because the show started at what? 6?
Yeah, 5.
5.
Because they had the Battle Royal on the kickoff. They had the Women's Battle Royal, and then they had the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Murphy's match with Tony Nese was on that show. And then they had
the Raw tag titles were
right.
on
The Raw tag titles were defended
because that's when he finally broke that streak.
Right.
Who did they beat? Oh, they beat the Revival.
Oh, we should have known 2020 was going to be a mess. All this shit that went down in 2019. But I'm looking at it like this. It's just that whole night is like a blur to me.
The Miz should have won that damn match too.
He should have.
I was upset.
And the way that Shane won was some bullshit.
Yeah.
That whole night was just intense. It was just so much going on.
It was. I remember. I know. I remember Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio because they both looked confused. He said,
"Well,
one,
it was
two,
like it was
three.
just weird because
what?
It was like by the time you realized the match was going on, it was over.
Yeah,
Period.
and they didn't
It
even
was
realize. They didn't even know that they had. They didn't.
Not Joey
They should have
Ryan and
kept
CM Punk beefing on Twitter.
about
What?
what?
So I guess Joey Ryan talked about how he's like dropping these lawsuits, and then CM Punk goes, "Dismiss it with prejudice if you mean what you say." And then Joey Ryan goes, "I meant what I said more than you meant when you told your best friend that you cover his legal fees."
Oh, Joey Ryan might want to be quiet because you got a lot of skeletons in your closet, baby.
More than legal fees is
You
worried
got a
about.
lot. You got a lot of skeletons.
Stay out Chicago business, boy.
I'm just saying, like,
he should have sat there and minded his own
yeah,
business.
you should just sit there and eat your food, baby. That ain't your speed. You need to mind your damn business.
Who's even in this fatal four-way match? I don't
I'm
even.
sorry, but sexual assault and other things trump somebody not paying you no money. Just gonna put it out there.
Cause I do remember this. I don't remember the match, but I know the Usos lost.
What?
At WrestleMania.
No, they
What's
won. They lost the
the day after that
yeah,
Tuesday?
they lost at the SmackDown after that
Hmm.
Okay, well then this match is irrelevant.
because they were one. They were like the few people. The one I think they were one the few people that retained.
Ricochet defies gravity. What the fuck?
I think the Usos and Samoa Joe were the only people who retained the championships. Everything else changed hands.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna
What's
shut it
going
down.
on here? What is this?
I gotta go to bed.
All right, have a good night.
Okay, good night.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Eh.